So that's not what I want. Hey, Jeff, what's going on? It's a little bit of a delay here. I'm just trying to get everything set up here before we go live at 1 o'clock and make sure that I have all the links correct. So it'll be a bit before I get all this worked out. So bear with me, please. I want to make sure that the title is the right one. What do you see on the title? Do you see building Mindset School to 300 or do you see something else? You're probably, hold on, you're probably not here now. It says live chat. Okay, I'll fix that. I'm going to fix that. Just give me a minute here. Come on. We're at 225. Start your 7-day free trial today. Ends at 8 a.m. Central on Saturday, August 30th. Okay, do that. Save. No. All right, let's see if that's different. All right, so now I was able to update the title. So the title should say building Mindset School to 300 members. If I go to the live, all right. So here's what I'm going to do. Copy this, send it to my email list. All right, everyone, I'm officially, if you can hear me, hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to get started at 1 o'clock Central Time. Maybe a couple of minutes before. I'm just getting everybody ready. Jeff, I'm going to test something out here. Can you see that? Can you see that on the screen? Your chat? I'm glad you're off today. All right. Normally I do this inside of YouTube Studio. So I'm using my streaming device, which is riverside.fm. So I'm just getting, you didn't see that on the screen? That sucks. I put your, all right, see if you see this now. In the left corner, there should be your, I can't see what you're trying to show. I'm just on the screen. It should have your, hey, Brian, the comment. Like I'm just like your comment should be on the live. And if it isn't, then I'm doing something wrong. Let's try that again. Oh, you did see that. Okay, good. So you saw your own comment. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Well, we're getting somewhere here. Oh, yeah, there it is. There's just a delay on my end. That's why. So it's the my streaming device that I'm using. It just takes a second or two to get back to YouTube. All right. So I am going to send this email out and then post to Mindset Skool. And then I'll start telling everybody what my crazy idea is, which is to see if I can get to 300 members by the end of the month. I'm at 225 right now. So I'm going to do a live push to get Mindset Skool up to 300 members, because why not? Okay, so let me go to my, and then I'll share exactly how I did all this during the live. We are almost ready. I'm going to schedule this for 1 p.m. I'm going to send this to the entire list. Schedule this for 1 o'clock. Make sure the link works. All right, excellent, excellent. Review and schedule, the 29th, 1 p.m. Here we, recipient info, that's helpful. Choose contacts. Let's send it to, did not buy the workshop. Okay, let's do that. All right, scheduled. Now, posting in Mindset Skool. I'm live. Join me for the next few hours, and let's get to 300. Link. Nope. Need the link. You always rock it. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm starting in like 2 minutes. And I'm going to explain to everyone exactly what I'm doing and this crazy idea that I had this morning, and we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. This is exciting. All right, so I'm posting this in Mindset Skool. Here we go. And then I'm going to pin this. Okay, so hey, how you doing? I'm testing, I'm doing this on my in present time. You always rock it, Brian. Thank you. That's good to know. All right, here's what's happening. And please tell me that if you can't hear me or if you can't see anything or my audio is no good or my video is no good, if there's any technical issues, please let me know. So I had this wild idea this morning. Not so wild. I mean, I've seen this before, but this is exactly what my idea was. And I'm going to share my screen. And I'll be sharing my screen a lot during this live session here. But I essentially I'm at 200, and I assume you guys can see this. And please let me know if you can't see this. I had this idea. I'm at 225 members right now in Mindset Skool. I'm running a free trial. I want to get to 300 by the end of the month. I've got a couple things happening. Tomorrow is a workshop that I'm running on how I built Mindset Skool from start to finish. It's my third school community, so I'm running a workshop, and I'm running a promotion for anyone who wants to come to the workshop. You can join as an annual member and you will get access to the workshop plus this new course that I'm building that walks you through it. So I just posted in my community and I said, hey, what do you guys think? I also talked to the mastermind this morning and they said it was a great idea. And I think some people are going to show up. And I just said, I'm going to go for it, see what happens. And I'm not going to overthink it. Right. And we'll see, if I don't get this could blow up in my face, totally blow up in my face. So I just sent an email out to my list. And I just sent a post inside of Mindset Skool right here, which is I'm live, and I have the YouTube link, and then obviously this will get shown to people who are inside of the group. So everything's good, good. All right, people are coming in. Wayne, howdy, Wayne, how you doing? So I am going to be on for probably 2 to 3 hours today, and we're going to see how many members we can get. Now I'm at the bottom of the screen here. I don't know how to change that, but we'll have to see if I can change the layout. Let's see, speaker full screen, picture in picture, speaker split screen. I'm just going to leave it as is. So probably you guys are seeing me on the bottom right now, I'm thinking. Or can you even see the screen? Can you guys see what I was sharing? Probably not. I actually have to do that. Okay, now you can see the screen, hopefully. Everything is good. And there might be a bit of a delay here. So if this gets to be like too clunky and doesn't work out well, then I might just go to YouTube Studio and do it that way. But hopefully this stays the way it is. So can you guys see the screen? Can you see Mindset Skool? Like, is that working out for you? In present time, all good. All right. All good. All right. Good. So what'll happen is that when we get to the point where someone joins, you'll go, so you can see here, I'm at 225 members. And when somebody joins, there's a cash register sign, which is kind of cool, or a sound. And we get up to the 300. So members join, which is really cool. So right now I'm running this free trial, and so if you go to this page, it'll just say start your free trial. And I got a couple things happening. So I'm being pretty open about this. Like I'm pushing to get more members in here, but I also at the same time want to talk to you guys about the community and also see how I can help you, because I'm not just going to sit here and beg and plead for members. Like that's not how the world works. Like I have to help you. All right, looking good here. Good, 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 good. All right. I just think that there's a delay on the live probably. So that's the part where I'm trying to get to, which is like, are we actually live? Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, I was delayed. All right. I'm just at the bottom of the screen, which is kind of like that. That's what's showing up on the bottom there. All right. So this live will be Q&A. I'll tease a little bit of what I'm going to cover in the workshop tomorrow. I'm happy to really show you anything that you want to learn about. I'm just going to be here. And that's really it. I don't necessarily have an agenda per se, other than I want you guys to be a part of this and I want you to see how I run this. I've never done this type of a promotion before. I've done plenty of lives. It's how I built my coaching business, was simply by going live. I got my first client by going live, which I didn't think was going to happen. I was just really trying to sharpen my sword, if you will. So like going live on any platform is always good for you. It's just that's been my experience, and it helps you get better at presenting and all the things. All right. So I'll stop sharing for a bit, and we can just kind of chat, and I'll just keep you guys updated as to what's happening inside of the group here. But how's everyone? And this probably, you couldn't pick a worse time to do this because it's Friday before Labor Day. And a lot of people are probably taken off and not even going to be on YouTube. I mean, views are down. It's been tough for me to get traction on my channel, but hell, I'm doing this anyway. Like I got to go for it, right? I can't sit by and be like, what if, what if, what if? So I'm just going to go for it, see what happens. And I'll report the news either way. I really will. I really will. So who do we got in here? We got, how many people we got in here? We got 4 in here, I think. Plans for the Labor Day weekend. Guys, light up the chat. Let me know what you want to see. Who here is in Mindset School? Are you in Mindset School? And I suppose that I should leave the link to Mindset School to join. That would be silly of me if I'm asking for people to join Mindset School. That's would make a lot of sense. So I'm going to just pin this here. Let's pin this comment. So that's how you would join, is to pin. So I've got the you just joined. I don't think you just joined. Yes, you did. You did. You did. You joined a few days ago. I love it. Are you coming to the workshop tomorrow? Are you planning on coming to the workshop tomorrow, Wayne? No, Jack's not a member of Mindset School. All right. So Maya, hello. You just joined yesterday. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Here, I'm just going to test my thing here. Jack is a no. That's okay. Maybe you'll be a yes by the end of this. So guys, I have a free trial. So it's literally free to join for 7 days. The only headache is you'll have to put in your credit card information. That's it. And I don't want anyone to cancel, obviously. The reality of it is that I know people will cancel. Like and this is something I'll cover tomorrow during the workshop. is, and Maya, you joined yesterday. I saw that. I saw that. Thank you very much for doing that. This is kind of cool. I can put everybody's comments up on the screen. That's awesome. Thank you. Forget the holiday and external events. Your vibration creates the excellent outcome. That's right. I am forgetting. I can't control that. Your vibration creates the, yes, I'll try to make it. Okay, Wayne, so just so you know, to get the registration link, you have to bypass your trials. So go into your settings and then you just have to, you're already an annual. So just bypass your trial and you'll get the link. And you've got this hand pink waving. hand. Open mind and listening. Awesome. Jack, that's great. Be open and curious. Be open and curious. So for those of you who don't know me, most of you know me, but some of these will be brand new. Some of you guys will be brand new to this. And what I do, and I'm happy to, I don't want to sit here and talk about myself for the next 3 hours or 2 hours, but I'll just tell you a little bit about what my philosophy is and all the stuff that I've been through. And I'm pretty much known as the guy on the internet or in my communities that started 26 different side hustles in about a 14-year period. Gave up on every single one of them. Not necessarily they failed. I just quit, right? Because I did all of the things that most people do, which is I do something for a little bit, or maybe I'm trying to do 2 or 3 different things at the same time. And when it doesn't work fast enough, right, I let the distractions come in. So the shiny objects and overthinking and analyzing and just not being able to focus and doing a bunch of things and trying to do a bunch of things at the same time. Like that was me. And I did that for a very, very long time. And I really wasn't as motivated to leave my job as I said I was. So there's a lot of that going on as well. And what I found is I had an event that occurred in my life, which was my son was born. My son entered my life, and I was flying on airplanes 100,000 miles a year, and he was small, and I was missing him grow up. And he noticed when I wasn't around. He started to tell me about it, and that really sucked. And that was the motivation that I needed. Like I got one shot to watch this kid grow up, and I'll be damned if I'm going to miss it, and I can do something about it. And I'm sick of talking about it, and I'm going to do something. But I realized that like all these other attempts that I had, these previous attempts that I gave up on, the problem wasn't the side hustles. It wasn't the businesses. The problem was me. I was the problem, and I was the one constant in all of those situations. Yet I blamed everyone else. I blamed the course creators. I blamed everybody but me. Like all 10 fingers were pointed at everyone else but me. And I just decided to take ownership of it. Like, hey, you're here because of you. Like you're at this point in your life because of you. You're the constant in all 26 of these. I took ownership of it, and I decided to fix the problem besides just pick another business and think that I was going to get a different result. So I fixed the problem. And the reason that Mindset School exists is because that's what made side hustle number 27 work, is because I was ready. I was mentally prepared, and I don't need validation on this. I know that businesses fail not because of the business, because the business owner was not ready, period. And there's no convincing me otherwise of that. The business owner was not ready, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't mentally ready for all of the challenges and the wanting to quit and the distractions and the overanalyzing. I wasn't prepared for that. So I got myself ready for that. And then I did a few other things that made 27 work. And then I committed a lot of the same mistakes that I did with the first 26. And that is also one of the reasons why this is hard. Like business is hard. We were talking about guarantees the other day, my son and I, in life, right? And the only guarantee that you have in this life is that you're going to die, right? I guess you could say taxes maybe, but some people don't pay their taxes. So the only guarantee you're going to get is that you're going to die. And when it comes to business, I tell people that I don't really guarantee anything, but I will guarantee one thing, is that you will want to quit. You will want to give up, and it will be difficult. Now, it's not as hard as you make it out to be in your head. You usually make it harder than it needs to be. but you will want to give up. Like, I guarantee that. I'll put that on my about page. I guarantee you'll want to quit, and I'll make it as easy on you as possible. Everything is an inside job. Love your authenticity. So I have found that this is really the thing that worked for me, along with getting around other people, right? Like hiring mentors, hiring coaches, getting around a group of people. I joined a mastermind, and that really helped me make number 27 work, the real estate business. And I was able to leave my job in 9 months after when I started, trying for 14 years prior to that. 9 months I left my job. In 18 months, I more than 2.5 times my income in 18 months. Pretty good. And then I built a big fat mess because I started saying yes to everything, and I let the distractions come in. I also realized I hated the business, and I gave up. I quit. I shut it down. And I built this business, right? Which is teaching people how to monetize what they already know how to do, whether it's from your career, your 9 to 5. You guys have built up, a lot of you have built up skills for a long period of time, and you're getting paid for those skills. So rather than look at what's right under your nose, we always look at stuff that we don't know anything about, like real estate, like I did, or drop shipping, or affiliate marketing, or all these different businesses that come across our phone. Like, we scroll and we look, and it's like, oh my goodness, I could do that. I could do PDF farming. I could do all these different things. And all of a sudden you're trying them all, and they're not working because you're not really into it, and you don't really know how to do it. So you have to learn how to do it. Then you got to learn business, and then you got to beat all the diseases that we have, right? Which is analysis paralysis and overthinking and procrastination and allowing all these distractions to run our lives. That's got to be fixed first. And that's why Mindset School exists. Like, if you really want a different life, if you want to change your life, doesn't it make sense to work on that for a little bit first, to get the life that you want? Like, there's no rush. Like, why are we in such a rush to make money? Like, why do you have to make money in 90 days? Can you work a little bit on what's blocking you first, and then work on the business? And that's why this group exists. That's why I built Mindset School. And I'll talk about this tomorrow in the live workshop, which is from 9 to 11 Central Time. And if you haven't been to one of my workshops, I run them completely different from any other workshop that you've ever been to, on purpose, because the traditional workshop is designed to get you to spend more money. So if I say I'm going to charge you $50, like that's all you're going to spend. That's it. And I don't do PowerPoint presentations because they're lame. I don't like them. Now, other people do them, and I'm not saying that that's lame. It's just like, I don't like them. I'd rather just share my screen and talk to you and let you ask questions and have a small group vibe. So I'm going to literally walk through behind the scenes of how I built Mindset School and everything that I did to get it to 225 members in 5 months, and how other people in our community in Mindset School, we just had somebody cross 100 members in 5 weeks. And I'm going to show you that by sharing my screen. So let me go to screen share here, which is Mindset School. So I'll show you Mindset School quite a bit here. And hopefully you guys can see this. View tab. All right. So can you guys see this, please? Hopefully I'm doing this correctly. My goodness. Liking what I hear. Good, Jack. All right. Good. Can you see? You have to be able to see. Yeah. Yes, you can see my screen. Okay. So I'm showing you my members, which I should not be doing. Sorry. Let me get out of that. Close your eyes. So we have James right here, okay, who started a group on July 18th, started his community on July 18th with the $9 hobby plan. This is what I talk about tomorrow. School is a $9 per month plan. You don't need anything else. For real. You need nothing else. You just need the willingness to try and a commitment, right? And James makes YouTube videos. Now he's got a simple option trading. His group is free. He has paid stuff inside. He grew his free group to 100 members in like 5 weeks. This is July 18th. He posted this last night. Like, just simply amazing, simply incredible. And he makes YouTube videos. He told me that he's made 17 YouTube videos since July 18th, and he just drives everybody to his free school community. And that's why it's working really well. Now, he's got a great niche, which a lot of people are going to say he's got a great niche. Like, of course, people are interested in that. However, if you look at the comments, it's like you're crushing the consistency and putting out YouTube content. And I told him he was going to do this. He thought it was going to be like October, and it's just inspiring other people. So one thing I want to show you that I just created in Mindset School is people are doing their firsts here, their first things here. So if you go to the About page, and I'll show you this real quick. Mindset School is where overthinking ends and your first wins begin. This by a mile is why people don't start businesses, is this word right here, overthinking. And I'm going to prove it to you in just a minute. And this is something that I'm going to cover in great detail tomorrow during the workshop. Must leave soon. Will there be a replay? There will be a replay of this for sure, but there will be a replay of the workshop inside of Mindset School. So join. I'll show you that right now. So there will be a replay of this that goes on the YouTube channel automatically, right? Then what's going to happen is I've created this right here, which is this Build Your School course, all right, which I'm building. And what this is going to include is the registration for the workshop, all right? So this link right here, once you come in as an annual member, which is $60 for the entire year. Guys, there are people on Skool that are charging thousands of dollars to teach you how to build a school community. And I'm doing it for $60. This is no joke. The replay will be put right here. So after I do the workshop tomorrow, I'll put this right in here. And then in September, after I get back from vacation, I'm going to work on how to build your school course. And this will be a living and breathing course, which means I'll update it. As new stuff comes in, I'll update it or I'll add to it. And this is going to be yours just by being an annual member. And again, it's $60 a year. That's all you got to do. And you'll never pay more than that. Okay. And it's going up to $17 a month, north of $100 per year on September the 1st. So must leave soon. Will there be a replay? So yes, there will be a replay. Absolutely, there will be a replay of this and of the more in-depth school build. However, what was I going to say? The school build will come with some other assets too that you just won't see here, and that's okay. So we're still at 225, so no one's joined yet. And that's all right. I've been on for 20 minutes and no one signed up. That's okay. I'm not going anywhere. All right, so Jack liking what I hear. Okay, good. So after we fix the mindset piece, and I'm going to stop my share here and just for the moment. After we fix the mindset piece, or at least work on it, like I don't think you can ever you improve. All right, so did you guys hear that? Somebody just signed up. So we got to sign up. So now we're at 226, which is awesome. And sometimes I don't know where they come from, but we just got somebody that signed up and I love it. So we only need 74 to go now. So that was great. And let's see if I can do this. This is kind of cool. I can do cheering. Did you guys hear that? Did you hear the cheering? Thank you. Face, red heart shape. Okay, I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. But after we fix, so I'm gonna just do this and we're gonna watch this. So I'm gonna share my screen so that when people join, and if this is something that, so you can see we're up to 226 here. So I'm just gonna hold this up. So we just got up to 226, somebody joined. And if you wanna help, like if you like this, just share this live. And if you guys are in Mindset School too, you're all affiliates. And to get your affiliate link, if you're on your desktop, like this will just say invite people, and just click your affiliate link and send it to people. And you'll get paid 40% of whatever the fee is. So you'll get 40% of $60 or 40% of $9. Now you're not going to retire off of that, but it adds up. And all you got to do is share your link. It's pretty easy to do. But if I go back to talking to you about once the mindset piece is done, right? It's really critical to, I'm just going to go up here. All right. So, all right, here. It's really critical to make sure that you're continuing. Must have been me. I just converted. No, somebody else joined. So you would be Wayne. Congratulations. I just converted my trial to yearly membership. Woohoo. I appreciate you. Look, I get a little emotional with some of these things because I just, sometimes this is surreal for me. Like I started this on April the 1st, 5 months ago, almost 5 months ago. And it was an idea that I had that I thought had legs. Like I just felt like people needed this. I knew they needed it. I just didn't know if they wanted it. And one of the things that you'll hear me talk about a lot if you decide to join, and I'm very active in the group, like you get a one-to-one call with me. Like you guys are going to get, if you join, even during the free trial, you are going to get a one-to-one call with me. And I've already made this decision that I'm going to Mexico next week. So that if you start your free trial now, I will open up my calendar for beyond when I come back, which is September the 8th, and you guys can get the call with me. So meaning if you sign up for the 7-day free trial, even if you cancel, you will be able to talk to me one-to-one. That's what I'm going to do for you. And that's part of this push is I talk to everybody. No. Okay. So this is an awesome question. Jack, if we join now per month, $9, will we avoid the increase in September? No, you will not. Your price gets locked in for life. So it's $9 per month for life or $60 per year for as long as you choose to stay in. I mean, look, for me personally, I would do the 60 because it's going to be $5 per month. You're going to save some money. You're going to lock in long-term commitment. Like you're not going to fix your mindset in 1 month, but you do have the trial. So, but to answer your question, no, it never changes. You get to keep that forever, for as long as you're a member and for as long as this group is open. So right down here, lock in your price, okay, down here, and never pay more. You'll never pay more than that on a monthly. But as an annual member, you get a couple of bonuses, which is the digital product challenge and the build your school course. And then I'll show you one other bonus that you get. This is inside the classroom, and these are free. So these 4 courses are free, whether you're monthly or annual. So start here, Mindset Reset, Business Foundations, Build It Backwards, which is how to build your first 1K offer the right way. Like I put a course together to how to build a 1K offer. Jack, you're the bomb. So everybody heard that, right? You heard that and probably saw that, which is great. Okay, so we've got 2 members that just joined, that just signed up. Beautiful. And we had an upgrade. So as I workshop this and think about this, thank you very much, Jack. I appreciate it. I mean, that just makes me super happy. So let's hear it for Jack. Let's do that. Let's do the cheering. That's pretty cool. Can you hear the cheering? Did you guys hear that? Picture-in-picture mode closed. No, I don't want that. So as I go through the courses here, as I go through the coursework, I'll go back here. I got too many windows open. So this is my Build It Backwards course, which I'm really excited about. And we start with vision. So before we build a business, we start with vision, right? What do we want our life to look like? Versus let's just dive into business. Like let's build something that let's have a vision for our life, what we want our life to look like 3, 5, 10 years from now, what we want to be doing, who we want to be spending it with, and build a business that gives us an opportunity to live that vision. So we start there. do this important work for us and first. And if you think about vision, I always akin it to like, I used to fly in airplanes a lot, and we plan everything, right? Like we plan vacations, we plan time with our family and our friends, and we have plans for a lot of different things, but we don't plan the vision for our life, which is the most important plan. We skip that part. Why do we do that? Why do we do? I don't know why we do that, but we do. But if you start there, then you have such an opportunity to know what business idea you could potentially work with, because that's the second block is people don't know what business to pick. They don't understand. But if you have a vision filter, right, which is what we have here in this course, which is a vision filter. And I created this vision filter, which is if you have your vision, anytime something comes up, right? Does it pass your vision filter? Which means, okay, does this decision I'm about to make align with who I'm trying to become? And I have all these, I build all my lessons out this way where I'll have, you watch the video, and I'm going to teach you how to do this tomorrow. You watch the video and then you'll comment on here. So we craft our offer. So I teach you how to do the offer. I teach you how to build the audience, right? And a great way to build audience is on the school platform, which we're going to cover tomorrow. And then how I validate my offers is to ask my audience. I don't build anything until my audience validates it. And once I do that, once I find out what they want, then I build it, then I launch it, and then sell it. So that's the build it backwards, because most people, what they're doing is they're simply building, Jack just joined. We got you. Yes. Thank you very much. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Super excited. So for those of you joining in who are coming in here, like this is our push to 300. I had this wild idea this morning. Mindset School has 300. Sorry, what do we have in Mindset? What are we up to now? At the start of it, we were at 225. So we've got 2 brand new members and somebody upgraded to annual. So that's great. Wonderful. Right now we have a 7-day free trial, and I'm pushing to 300, and I'm trying to get to 300 by the end of the month, and we'll see what happens. And I'm going to go live, and we're going to talk, and I'm going to help you, and I'm going to answer your questions. So that's what's occurring right now. And every time a new member comes in, it'll come across the screen. So there's a free trial, guys. So there's literally no risk for you. It's like a 2-click cancel. I don't want you to cancel. I really don't. And let's just walk through what you get. And there might be some people in here that could talk about their experience at Mindset School so far, but I'm a very active owner, or a very active owner. And let me see if I can show this to you. I'm going to unshare my screen first because I don't want to show personal stuff, but let me show my screen here. Or my profile. All right, so let's do this. So I'll do another share. Screen. Here it is. So this right here shows your activity level per day. These green dots here. And I've been on school for a bit. So September 2nd isn't when I started. I think I started sooner than this. I believe it was actually in August is when I started my mastermind, which my mastermind is W2 Prison Break Nation. I've had 3 school communities, and as you can see, we're up to 227. So this is my profile. These are the other memberships I'm a part of. Like this is one that one of my members created. My member created this one. I'm a member of these groups. I'm probably going to get out of this one, but I'm not a member of a ton of groups because I don't believe in distractions. So this shows your daily activity. And I was pretty active in the beginning, like 48, like anything more than 10 is going to be dark green. Okay. So here I had a little bit of a lull. I don't know what happened in March. I think we were on spring break. So that's what happened there. So I was gone for a bit. And then in April, on April the 1st, I opened up Mindset School. So you could see I was like, I'm in the 20s, 30s, 40s. Here I'm at 20. Then I started really stepping it up, right? But I wasn't consistent on a daily basis. And that's on me. Then in May, I just decided that I was going to be more present and more active. I'm still dealing with the real estate business at this point. I'm still exiting that. But May 1st, I made a decision to post more on YouTube. And as you can see here, the activity levels are much higher now, like 30, especially the last like month, 23, 90, 92, 92, 90, 75, 100. I've got several days where I'm over 100 activity. So I'm a much more active uh, group owner, 155. Yesterday was 75. So I've stepped it up. And I've just found that by engaging with the group more, it helps everyone. So I'm just an active owner, and I do one-to-one calls with every single member. Like you get that no matter what. You get a one-to-one call when you come into the group, and you have an opportunity to earn more. I run contests. We're running a leaderboard contest right now. As you can see, Angela is at 379. She's going to win the leaderboard contest, which is really cool. We had a leaderboard contest in July, and the winner got 1 year access to the mastermind for free, which at the time was $1,000 per year group. Now it's 2,000 per year, but at the time it was 1,000, and she won the leaderboard contest. And this is something I'll talk to you about tomorrow if you come to the workshop. Like that boosted the engagement for the group up tremendously, and really got a lot of people active and starting to take action. So as you can see in the wins channel, I've created this My First Club, which is, this is a community of people doing their firsts, right? First sale. This guy, Tim, had written books when he was a teenager, and he finally published it. Never published anything. Joined Mindset School and published his first book. Juanita changed something about her nonprofit business, and she had been doing it for 15 years and added a tier. She was charging $600 for everything. We worked together. She added a tier, and she got a client at $3,500. $3,500 that she would normally charge $600 for. So she made $49.50 in 2 weeks once she had that tier 3 balance. Michael, first school community. Daniel, first YouTube video. Andreas, first logo that he ever made. I mean, we celebrate that stuff. Here's a first newsletter. Here's another first sale. So I've created this channel here, and then we have the wins feed, which just celebrates all the stuff that people have never done before. And I encourage that, and we celebrate that. And that's why it's the first 2 tabs, wins and the My First Club. And then we have general discussion and accountability, which is really important. It's not something that's really exciting. Trust me, accountability is not something that's exciting to anybody, but it is the thing that everybody points to that gives them the push and the drive. Like, hey, this is why this time was different. Because like you and like most people who join our groups, they've tried stuff in the past. They've spent money on stuff. They have, they have all these different roadblocks and all of these different challenges. And when they have success and like this time worked, it's because their ability to focus, and they all point that to accountability, which is why I'm big on that in both of my communities. And even in the one-to-ones that I work with, the people that I work with one-to-one more in depth, it's something that we're big on. And that's the thing that they all point to as accountability. So when you add accountability to your life, when you allow others to hold you accountable, and you're able to keep the promises that you make to yourself and to the other people that you make those promises to, your life can change really, really fast. Because the other stuff, here's something that I want to just drive this point home, is that the actual activities of business, of doing business, it's not going to be much different than what you're doing now. It's work. You're doing stuff. The hard part is simply getting out of your own way and getting started and picking a business. Leave in the chat if your number one block is deciding what idea to go with. Like, you don't know what business to start. Is that the thing that is blocking you? Is not knowing what business to start the thing that has prevented you from ever starting a business? I'd love to hear this. And who's still in here? I'm showing 11 people on my feed. But I'd love to hear in the chat, like, what has been the thing that has prevented you from starting a business? Is it too many ideas? Can you guys type? Can you guys let me know? And it's okay if you can't, if you're driving in the car or whatever it is that you're doing, it's fine. Jack says, absolutely. Jack, you're super engaged. I love it. Jack says, absolutely. No, that's the wrong one. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. I know this is the fear of failure. Wayne is fear of failure. I hope you guys don't mind me showing. I mean, you're typing it in. So fear of failure and not knowing what business to start. There's other roadblocks too, and I'll show you inside of the group here in just a minute, like what people voted on. This is how I built the groups. But my lead magnet that many of you may have downloaded solves problem number one, which is what business do I start? Like, because there's a lot of confusion there. And I give it away for free. And I want you to think about your business. Procrastination and complacency, if I'm honest. We love honesty in here, Jeff. It's all like complacency. Man, that one's so true. This is really good. I'm in freeze mode about what business to start. Yep, Maya. Yep, I get it. Okay, let's pick these apart because I mean I've lived all of these and I hear all of these too. I really do. For any of you who I've been on calls with, you hear me talk a lot about like I've had this same call 1,000 times, and I have, and I say that because not to I say that not to be funny, but I say that to you to make you understand like everybody goes through this. I agree with Jeff 100%. Yeah, procrastination and complacency. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I felt that way too. When I was in my 9 to 5 and I was making good money and, you know, I was like, I had big status on the airlines, like I felt important. And like, what if I stopped doing that and I'm no longer important? I'm no longer the guy who gets to get on the plane first. That was my identity. I'm no longer the guy who gets to skip the line. Like, what am I supposed to, who am I going to be? So whatever it is for you in your life right now, it's like you're used to it. Complacency is there. It's like you kind of know what you're getting. And that's hard to leave. That's hard to walk away from. There's a lot of fear around that. And comfortability, like complacency, being comfortable. It's like, I'm good with this. Well, why do I want to shake this tree? You know, because the tree could fall down. So this is all good. But the reason that, so these are all the things that you just said validates why Mindset School exists. Because if I ask that question 100 times, I'm going to get very, very similar answers with people. They don't know what to start. They don't know what business to start. So when I've done polls, I've had over 1,000 conversations with people. And this is the thing that shows up quite often, which is I don't know what business to start. So I said, okay, this is the thing I'm going to help people with, and I'm going to give it away for free because that's really step one in the process. In terms of like, you're in business mode. Like, let's just say your mindset's good and you don't have fear, you don't have any fears or doubts, which we all have. Like, I still have them. All right. Like, I overthought this live for a little bit, not too much. I just said, I'm going to do it. Like, what's the worst that could happen? And that's kind of my attitude with everything that I do in business is what's the worst that could happen and can I live with it? The worst that could happen is that I go on here for 3 hours and nobody joins. And I got to have conversations with people and had a good time and got a rep in. I got reps in. Like, this helps me. And it helps you too, because this is the worst that could happen. Now, best case scenario is I get to 300 members, or maybe I get to 350. So far, 2 people have joined and 1 has upgraded, and I've been on here for about an hour. Like, I'm pretty happy with that result. And I had no members prior to that, right? I was just stuck at 225. I had too many ideas. Here's James. Here's James who just hit 100 members. He's here now. 100 members in his school group. Now I'm focused. Brian, love the live session and climb to 300. Let's go. Yes, let's go. Share the live, guys. Share the live. The reason that what business do I start is the thing that I give away first is because that's the thing that blocks people. So when you're thinking about your business, and for those of you who are in my groups, this is something that we'll be talking about. When you're thinking about your business, whatever it is, think about a 10-step process for them to get to the final destination. Like you're making some type of a promise, right? Like I'm promising people that if you join my groups and you focus and you go through all my stuff, you will have a sellable offer using what you already know how to do within 90 days or less. Like that's my offer. That's my promise to people. And step one in that process, let's just say there's 10 steps. There's more than 10, but let's just say there's 10 just to keep it even. Step one in that process is, what business do I start? I don't even know what to do. And I can't do the other 8, 9 steps if I don't know what one to start. So I help them with that, and I give that away for free. And I've had multiple variations of my lead magnet, which is the skill to business formula. The current version of it now is 5 simple prompts, 5 prompts, and a 13-minute walkthrough video that shows you how you can use AI to take what you already know how to do and turn it in and give you some ideas on a business. And that's helped. Over 7,000 people have downloaded that thing. 7,000. And the first version of it was 35 minutes long. And I didn't have a lot of success on that to get into my other groups, like to get into my paid programs, because people weren't watching the 35-minute video. And my prompts were a lot more in depth. And it took, which is why I established my rules for a lead magnet, Believer's Breakfast. Whoever joins will find a very supportive group. Thank you, sir, for being here. By the way, this gentleman, I don't know what streak he's on, started his own YouTube channel inside of Mindset School, and you're on quite the streak. So thank you for being here. We've got some of our top members here that are super focused and crushing it inside of the group. And I don't think I've seen anyone that I've worked with that has built a school community to 100 members in 5 weeks. Remarkable. I had a free group and I did not get to 100 members in 5 weeks. I can promise you that. Very, very challenging. 61 days in a row he's posted on YouTube. Love it. Congratulations. We're cheering for that. Where was I? What was I talking about? The process. Sorry, the 10-step process. So my rules for lead magnets, and I covered this in one of the workshops, workshop number 2, which is inside of Mindset School. If you're if you have the replays, is whenever you have a lead magnet, here are the rules that I follow. You want to make it easy for them to get. So if I tell you, hey, go download the Skill to Business formula, like the link should be right there. And then the landing page that you go to should be very short and very simple to get. Like, here's the thing you said you wanted. Give me your name, your email address. Boom, you have it. Then once you make it easy for them to get, make it even easier for them to consume, because if they don't use it, then you can't build trust with them. So make it easy for them to consume. So I took my 30-minute video and put it down to 13. And I took my prompts that would spit out like 20 pages of information and get people down rabbit holes into a 1-page Google document with 5 simple prompts, and way more people downloaded it and they loved it. And then they bought the next offer that I presented to them, and they joined Mindset School or they joined the mastermind. So if you can, and the third rule of my lead magnet is give them a win in under 15 minutes. Solve a problem for them in under 15 minutes, which is what my lead magnet does. That's why I get so many good reviews on it. It's like, wow, I never even thought about taking skills from my job or stuff that I already know how to do. And most people don't. They look at other stuff. So Jack says, I bet you'll reach 300 by the end of tomorrow. I hope so. I really do. Right now we're at 227. So we got to get cracking on that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, if nothing else happened, I'd be happy with this, because we got 2 brand new trial members and somebody upgraded to annual, and I'm good with this. I really am. But wink, wink, I want to get to 300. I really do. And I also want to potentially give you guys a blueprint of some kind or a roadmap on how you can do this, because this isn't that hard to do. Your AI prompts have helped me 120%. Simple option trading loves the prompts. If you don't have my prompts, I'm happy to put them in the chat. Just let me know. It's a really, really simple lead magnet. It's on a Google document. I'm big on Google documents. I just don't like overcomplicating stuff. So that's how I do everything. So think about, for your business, what step number 1 would be, and you give that away for free. And you follow those 3 rules, which is make it easy for them to get, even easier for them to consume, and give them a win in under 15 minutes. And think about it would people be willing to pay money for it? Because I've asked people about my prompts. I'm like, would you have paid any money for that? And they said, yeah, I'd probably pay around $10. I've asked them. So if people will buy it, you give it away for prompts would be great. Wayne, okay. So you came right from, here's something that I'm going to do is I'm going to put the skill to business formula inside of Mindset Skool. All right, let me show you the thank you page. Here's what I'm going to do. Wayne, you're already on my list. So I'm just going to do this right here. So don't buy any of the other stuff on here, but this will actually show you how I deliver my lead magnet, which I'll show you how to do. Actually, I'll show you time. So time, Wolf Shield, time is one of the things. Okay, so this is the prompts. These are the prompts right here. And it's my delivery page. And I'll show you what that looks like. And then I'm going to address everybody else's roadblocks. I want to make sure I get to everyone. So this is my thank you page. So after you download after you give me your email address, your name and your email address, I'm kind of sarcastic. Well, look who finally took action. Your prompts are ready and I made you a video. Like, I build all of my landing pages this way, which is I want headline, subheadline, right? And then a video. I like video because it builds trust. And then what I'm doing is being more me. I'm telling what these prompts will do for you, and then go right here to get them, which is right here. So this is my lead magnet, okay? Let me make sure that this is showing. Yes, it is. This is my lead magnet, the skill to business formula. It's on one page. It's a Google document. I mean, this has been used by 7,000 people, or downloaded by 7,000 people. I don't know if they actually use it. And how I build this is I just tell them, first of all, there's no, hey, welcome to the skill to business formula. This is what, here's a little bit about me. There's nothing about Brian on this lead magnet, because they don't care about me. They care about their problem. They came here to get prompts, give it to them. Instructions, copy and paste. Start here. Just put this in and insert your job title. So my old lead magnet, this prompt was, what skills do I have that are transferable to an online business based on my job at? All you got to do is insert your job title. My old prompts, you had to answer a bunch of questions, and people didn't want to do that, right? Because they're complacent. Somebody said complacent. 2 people said complacent. And then you just follow the prompts. And then your next step is join Mindset Skool, right? Come here. That's the next step. So that's how I do my lead magnet. It's very simple. It works very well. There's somebody in there right now. It's probably Wayne looking at the prompts, or somebody looking at the prompts, and they work. All right, let's address, and that's a reminder for me to put those inside of Mindset Skool, really. Let's take a look here. I lost a member. Somebody churned. I think somebody churned. Somebody leave? Yeah. That'll happen, guys. So what'll end up happening is, we're back to 226 now, is that people leave. They leave the group for whatever reason. There's a lot of reasons people leave. They never showed up. Maybe they were drinking when they joined. I don't know. I'm joking. I'm kidding. That's not really what happens. But there's a lot of people will leave your group. I've had a lot of people that have left Mindset Skool. Otherwise, I'd be over I don't know, I probably had like 30 people leave since April. And that's fine. It's going to happen. Not everyone stays. Okay. Here's, we have fear of failure. Wayne said fear of failure, procrastination, complacency, freeze mode. I want to show you something inside of the group that is really going to be eye opening for you. At least I think it is. So, the reason that I know all this stuff is if you go through the Start Here course, and if you haven't been to the Start Here course, go through it. So I just put this in, I added this in, the best of Mindset School, which is, hey, we're celebrating the firsts, right? Like James got his first sale, Tim published his first book, all this stuff. And then I pinned to the actual post. But here's a couple of things that I do. Quick question. Where are you at with your business and what's the biggest roadblock that you have? If you do a school community, this is something that you should absolutely have relative to whatever it is your offer is. This is how you get valuable data. And I just give them some options on a poll. And I have 226 members, half of them have voted, about a little less than half. Most people are stuck in research phase. 73 out of 106 people voted research phase. Like, that's pretty eye-opening. People just can't stop thinking about the idea. They're still researching. And I always just ask people, like, what are you researching? What are you trying to do? And people are trying to research certainty. They're trying to research certainty. They want to know that if they do the thing, that it's guaranteed, that it will work. And that's why people are right here. And I make a lot of videos on this here. You can see some people have made it all the way to the finish line. They're ready to launch. Like, they built the websites, they built the lead magnets, the offer's ready, but they don't pull the trigger. That's where the fear comes in. Fear is around all of this. So all of these reasons are all about fear. And you can see there's a lot of comments on this post, a lot of comments. And this is all intentional, because when people come down here and read this stuff, they're like, oh yeah, everyone's feeling very similar. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't seem like they're on an island, because that's a fear of a lot of people, is they feel like they're on an island. Like, I'm the only person who feels this way. And you're not. Everybody feels this way. I've yet to meet anybody on all the calls that I've done. I've yet to meet anybody that says, you know what, I'm good. Nothing bothers me. I'm ready to roll. And I actually had one person say that. It was like, you know what, I'm really successful, and I'm talking in this weird voice. But I literally asked him, like, well, why did you book the call with me then? And that call ended pretty quickly. But, it's like, I'm good at time management. I got, like, what are you booking the call with me for then? You got it all figured out. Well, why haven't you started your business yet? He was full of it. My favorite videos in the classroom are overcoming blocker videos. Yeah, so what Mr. Jim here is referring to is our Mindset Reset course, which is the one I put together based on, let me go back here. So I'll show you in a minute, I promise you, but I'm showing you how I build the classroom out. I'm kind of giving some of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow in the workshop. So if you guys want to come to the workshop tomorrow, join. 7-day free trial. If you're in here and you're thinking about joining and you haven't joined, like, I have a 7-day free trial to Mindset School. The post is pinned up at the top. Like, it's free. It's literally free. Then it's $9 a month after that. We've had 2 people join. Okay. That's my pitch for now. I'll keep doing it. The next one is the call. So you can see here that you do get a call with me. Like, I'm not joking. You get a free 20-minute call with me. I'm still doing them. I'm still doing roadblock calls. 20 minutes. Then I give you what are we going to cover? So the reason I wanted to show you this was because I asked everybody, I can't put all the roadblocks in here. What's your biggest mental hurdle? Imposter syndrome, analysis paralysis, overthinking, fear of failure, perfectionism. So what do you guys think is the number one? What do you think is the number one reason? What do you think the top vote? 108 votes. What do you think when I hit the reveal button is going to be the top vote? Some of you know because you're inside of Mindset School. but I'd love to hear a vote. What's it going to be? Anyone? Anyone got a guess? All right, I'll just put everyone out of their misery and reveal it. Overthinking, almost half the votes. Analysis paralysis, second with 26. These are pretty much the same thing. Overthinking and analysis paralysis, the same thing. So this is where people live, right? They can't stop analyzing. They can't stop overthinking every single move, like all these different tweaks. They got to change all these things. And what about this? And what about this? Where it's just like, hey, I have an idea for something. Let's just launch the thing. And that's the way I operate now. I lived in this space for a long time. A long, long time. And it's never served me. It's never helped me. And there isn't anyone on this live who it's helped. Like, it will not ever help you. Overthinking doesn't help you. It hurts you. It crushes your dreams. It pisses off your bank account. All right. It definitely does a lot of other things too, right? It might impact your family. I'm not saying in a negative way, but a lot of you are trying to do this business thing for other people, your family, yourself, like you're trying to serve people, and you're stuck in this overthinking analysis paralysis mode, and it's never, ever helped you. So why do you let it run the show? Which is why this group exists and why people go through this course, which is the Mindset Reset, 18 blocks that keep you stuck and how to break through. You might think it might be I've had people come in here and say, oh, I don't need a mindset course. I didn't think I needed a mindset course, but then I went through Brian's course and I realized that I needed a mindset training. And I'll show you one of the best testimonials that I have, which is from Janine here, which is she just finished it. Wow, just wow. Brian has such a no nonsense and relatable teaching style. Great content that will definitely help me out of the gate finally. By the way, she won the leaderboard contest and she's in the mastermind now and she's getting it done. She's got her own school group. Like, she's making stuff happen. And a lot of the folks who went through this course, which I built after the group started, I didn't have this in the group. This is something, so here's what I want to show you. I opened the group on April the 1st. This post was made on April the 16th. So I had a group, a school group that was empty, completely empty. Many of you who are looking at building school groups will think that you need to have the entire classroom built out. Everything's got to be done and finished and pretty and awesome and beautiful. Like my group looked awful. And I did it on purpose because I wanted to prove to people that none of that stuff matters. Like, you think the visuals need to look good. There's a reason that I built all of these courses using a Google document, like sharing a Google document, because y'all think this stuff matters. And people are loving this thing. So and again, not to toot my own horn here, I am a little bit, but at the end, I ask people to rate the course. Watch the lesson, and then I tell them in the video, rate it out of 5 out of 5, 5 being the best, and 4 being and one being like, Brian, I want my money back. Everyone has rated it a 4 or 5. So here's a 5. This is more mindset information than anyone has ever provided. Really great information. You addressed all the barriers why people fail. I mean, I didn't pay him to say that. He said it. Mindset training is a 5. 5 out of 5. I'd love a PDF option. See, that was a great idea. I should have a PDF option. Janine, here, 5 out of 5. You're awesome. 5 out of 5. Keith, also in the mastermind. I don't know if he rated me. He said, maybe because you can consolidate 18 into 12. So we had a suggestion, which I like. Probably could. I'm not going to do it, but he's not being nitpicky. But great stuff. Here's another one. So I asked them to comment about this lesson and then comment on the course. Here's a big 5 all the way. 4 out of 5. She gave me a 4, but said because the Google document was hard to read. I said, that's awesome. That's great feedback. You're right. You're right. It is hard to read. Okay. So this is my best course. And I filmed this in one day. So here's how I did this course, and I'll just give you a quick share here, which is I laid it out first. So I did the outline of the course first. I created all of the Google documents first. Like I created everything first. So this is like it's called, this is how you're able to stay focused and get one thing done at a time versus, all right, I'm just going to do imposter syndrome, create the Google Doc, then record. It's like, no, this is exactly how I did it. I created all the lessons. All right. So I created the actual layout. So all 18, and I actually built it out. I went in here and put all these in and then knew that I had to go through the order. Then I created the Google documents. I put them in a Google Drive. Once all that was done, I literally filmed them all right in a row. I filmed them all in a row. And then after that, I went back and edited all of them. It was very, very minor editing because I used Loom. This is Loom. So it was Loom with a screen share of a Google document. Then I created all of the posts, and each video has a post, right? So everyone's got to click. And the reason I do this is that so people come in here and comment. Here, 52 comments, 33. This is how you get engagement in your groups. Fear of failure, 40. Fear of judgment, 35. And people go through here and they post. And that produces engagement. And then people start breaking through some of these barriers. And they're able to, now that they've gone through the mindset piece, then they'll go through some of the other trainings that I have, like your 1K offer, or they'll come to the workshop. They'll consume some of that stuff. They'll just know that, okay, I know what I need to do now. And I'm not going to let these roadblocks stop me anymore, because my experience has been most people know what to do. They know what to do. They're just not doing it. They're not doing it because of all the reasons that you've seen here, which is complacency, analysis paralysis, like overanalyzing, time. Let's talk about time. So Wolf Shield SC said time. I'll put that up again. I wouldn't say one of the biggest roadblocks that I hear, but time is an issue. So especially for people like us who are a little bit older, right? Like most of my members are in their 40s. I have some people in my groups that are in their 70s. So we're older. We have busier lives. We have greater obligations. We have kids. Some of us have grandkids. We got a lot of stuff that we're doing. And we don't have a lot of time, period. We just don't. And we also become more aware of how time works. We're afraid of losing our time because we've tried other stuff in the past and it hasn't worked. So we don't want to spend time doing something, especially if we've convinced ourselves that it doesn't work. It's never worked for me before. Why would it work now? And that's a mindset issue. So we need to break through those barriers. That's why Mindset School exists. You think that because it hasn't worked 26 times, which it didn't for me, I'm like, it only has to work once. In my case, it had to work twice, but it only has to work one time for you to break through those barriers, right? And I can tell you that I give everyone a tip on time. You've got it. You just don't understand that how you're spending it. Every one of my one-to-one coaching clients or mastermind members goes through the time audit. All right. So I just give you 3 quick tips. I think it's 3. Number 1, if you don't know what your time is worth, if you don't attach a dollar amount to your time, you'll never learn to respect it. And you'll just keep giving it away. Meaning, if you earn $100,000 per year, your time is worth $50 per hour. If you earn $200,000 per year, your time is worth $100 per hour. And when you know what your time is worth, you'll start looking at it differently. One of the biggest things that I started to do with my life when I was this victim of time, like I don't have the time, or I'm letting time run the show, and I'm not acting like I'm the creator of my time, which we all are in a way. Like, yeah, a lot of us have to go to work. We have to do stuff. Like we have to if we work for somebody else, we have to work for them. But they don't own your life. And what you do outside of work is a lot of that you can control. Like for most people who are earning in that like $50 an hour range, like there's so many things you can outsource right away. Number one, if you have a house and you're cutting your own grass, you're making $50 an hour, like please stop doing that. Okay. And don't tell me that that's how you get away from people. Like you either want to cut your grass and get away from people or you want to start a business. So start outsourcing stuff. Why are you going to the grocery store when you make $50 an hour and you could pay somebody $20 to do it when they will deliver it to your house? Like I just gave you 2 hours right there per week. I gave you 2 hours right there per week. And you can build a business on 2 hours per week if you're focused. There's so many other things that you can outsource. And if you are aware of how you're spending your time and what it's worth, you will protect it. Because if you had a stack of $50 bills on your desk, and every time the phone went off or the ding went off or you were answering and responding to emails, pretend like you're giving out $50 bills. And most of us are not in the habit of doing that. So know what your time is worth. Okay. Understand how you're spending your time. Document it. Spend an entire week charting your time for every 15 minutes. Every 15 minutes, stop what you're doing and say, this is what I did. It's called a time audit. It's one of the lessons inside of Mindset School, and it's one of the lessons inside of the mastermind. And I make everybody go through it. And if you don't go through it and you haven't launched a business yet, I say, did you go through the time audit? And they're like, no. And I'm like, well, that's why, because you haven't done the work. This requires work. This requires effort. And once you realize how everyone that's ever done it, the time audit has like, I didn't realize how much time I was wasting doing stuff that doesn't matter. One person in the over 1,000 calls that I've done didn't have time. I said to the woman, I said, oh yeah, you don't have any time available. I can't help you. But most people I can find 10 hours in their week if they give me an honest run, 10 hours. And I built my real estate business in 10 hours a week. The one that got me out of my job. It can be done. People have had it way worse than me, and people have had it way worse than you. You can do it. It's just a matter of, if this is such an important lesson for all of you who have said, hey, this is the thing that's blocking me. Like, this is a great, like for Wayne, analysis by paralysis. That's what's stopping you. This is wonderful. Now you know what to fix. Like, focus on that. How do I beat paralysis by analysis? How do I beat that? Not what business do I start? It's like you start with the thing that's preventing you from getting to the next step. And it's easy for me to just say, hey, stop doing that. But you address that. If your issue is you don't have enough time, then you create more of it. You create more time. You work on the time management issue. You don't try to find something that requires less of your time, because you're always going to have the excuse that's keeping you stuck right now. Until you address it, it doesn't make any difference what business you pick. It doesn't matter. But it's what we fall for, because we fall for slick marketing, which is, oh, you only have to work 2 hours a week and you can make 10 grand. And this is so easy, and just follow these simple steps and you'll be out of your job in no time. It's like, who's fallen for that? Who's bought something that has ever said that before? All of us have. I have many times. Many times. Okay, guys, doing a reset here. We're getting a little tired, I think. We're getting a little tired, maybe watching Brian for too long. Tell me where you're at in the chat, all right? We're pushing here to 300 members. I lost one, but I'm still going to count that I added the 2. So share the live, grab your affiliate link. Like, we're pushing here to 200. I've been on for 90 minutes, and I'm not stopping here. I want to go. I want to get this done. And if I got to come on tomorrow or the next day, then I'll do it. But I also realize that, hey, it's the Labor Day weekend and it might be a little bit slow, but that's okay. What else do you guys want to see? I know there's a bunch of you in here. Um, any particular trainings you want to look at? Is there anything that you are interested in learning about that you think I can help you with? Just got to make sure I didn't miss any chat questions here. I'm happy to just shoot the breeze too. Really. That's always fun for me. I saw this, I got this idea from a guy named Max who has a school community. Hey, Robert, what's up? All right, let's do this. I want to learn, Robert, I want to learn to build a community of 1,000 members, but I have nothing to teach. Do you have something that you enjoy doing? First of all, I debunked that myth right away. Everyone has something. You have something to teach me, Robert. You know something I don't. It's just the fact of life. There's stuff you know that I don't, and vice versa. Every single person you meet has something to teach you. And just embrace that. I mean, if you believe that to be true, then you have something to teach. You have something that you can help other people with. It doesn't need to be life-changing and groundbreaking. There are all different types of communities on Skool. I'm going to show you the different types of communities. There's a community about bird watching, for crying out loud. Bird watching. All right, let's do a share here. And I love that goal. I want to build a community. What will the community of one? Why is it 1,000? Can you tell me why it's 1,000? I'd love to hear that. There's a school on how to do calligraphy. Just crazy. Number one, fragrance community. I mean, this stuff is just nuts. Pickleball school. I encourage you guys to go through this, like go to skool.com and then go through discovery. Like these are the top communities in all, but hobbies. I always look at hobbies like calligraphy, the acting lab, art. There's a lot of art. There's a lot of art stuff happening. Photography, chess. I had a guy that started a group about his favorite TV show, MASH. He's since pivoted. He's now doing bowling. Let's look at this here. So what is this? It's probably some game. Gardening, photography. Go here and look through chess. Russian chess school, $49 a month. So the hobbies are big. That's why they have the hobby plan. Music, okay, music. A lot of music stuff on here. I meet a lot of musicians who are like, oh, you can't monetize this. You can't do anything about them. Meanwhile, there's hundreds of groups on Skool. It's like people just don't, they either just, that's when I just say, do you really want this? Do you want your life to change or not? Or are you just going to let excuses run your life? This guy right here, it makes $300,000 plus per month on Skool, right here, Maker Skool. This is the money category. So you got spirituality, you got tech, you got health, you got sports, self-improvement, relationships. I mean, we're really out of excuses. And you can start a community for $9 a month. Okay, create your community. $9 a month, $108 per year to start a Skool community. And you don't need anything else. You don't need a website. You don't need a CRM. Like it's all right here. You can charge. You can have a free course. You can have a free community. You can have a paid community. You can have a free community with paid stuff inside, and you can collect payments. You need nothing else. The only thing that you need is a way to get people to your page. That's the only thing that you need. You just got to tell people about it. Drive traffic to it. So Robert, tell me why 1,000 and have you been to the school site? Like, I love that you want 1,000. Like, I want a lot of members. But before I get to 1,000, I just want my first one. I want my first member. I love having big goals, but sometimes I've learned that the large goals, like I have 226 members and I have 52 in my mastermind. And my free group, which I've since closed, had about 300 members in it. And, you know, me too. I wanted thousands of members in there, right? But what I really want, I want the right members in there. I want the right people in there because 500 of the right people to me is better than 2,000 of the wrong people or people that are lurking just so I can earn money, because the right people are going to get results and the right people are going to inspire others in the community. Because while I'm the owner and leader of the group, people take action because they see other people who are like them and who are in the same spot and who are saying, hey, I don't have time, or, I feel complacent, or I'm stuck overthinking and analysis paralysis. And then they see someone who comes in and they take action right away and they've never done it before and they start getting results. And it's like, oh yeah, I could, that doesn't seem so hard. I could do that. And they share it, which is why we have the wins channel. It's like, oh, well, if so-and-so can do it, then why can't I do it? And then they're not necessarily looking at me, which is great, which is really what you want. Robert, did I lose you? Do you have a hobby that you're interested in? Is there something that you like to do? Did that inspire you at all, looking at the different communities that people have? There's a bird watching community on Skool. Hey, Brian, the 300 will come quickly. Classic Hank. It's a little bit slow right now, and that's totally fine. We had two join, we had two sign up, and one upgraded inside of the community. I still have a 7-day free trial, guys. So if you're not inside of the group, it's free for 7 days. I mean, and the link to join is pinned to the top of the chat. So you have that link. If you don't have the link to join, please let me know. I have been, all right, here we go. I have been to school and signed up to the $9 per month. 1,000 engaged members is what I want. If there are enough active members in the community, which would be pretty awesome, right? Well, I have less than 1,000. I can tell you my group is way active, and they were active before I got to 100. So you signed up, you started your own community. That's awesome. Are you in my group, Robert? If there are enough active members, the community will eventually run itself. Okay. So you would prefer for to be maybe like a, what's your group about? So you've already signed up. Join the community. It's the best thing I did. It's full of great people and content. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It is full of great people. Oh, you just joined the YouTube live. Okay. So it just said you did you join my group though? If you haven't joined my group, join my group. It's free for 7 days. $9 a month after that. I recognize a lot of you from my YouTube videos, which, have been down, guys. I'll be honest with you. Like my views on my YouTube channel are way down. Like I'm down 70% this month on my views. So, but it happens every year. Like every year that I have done content creation, and I've been on the internet for 5 years creating videos on all different platforms. Like this time of year is just slow. Like views are down, and they pick up. They always pick up. They pick up towards the end of the year when people start. We were talking about this on our mastermind call this morning. When the New Year's resolutioners, the people who make New Year's resolutions, start showing up, and they're looking for stuff. And if you ever made a New Year's resolution, don't take this the wrong way, but why are you waiting until January 1 to decide that you want to change your life? I'm frozen. Did I freeze? I'm having some technical difficulties. It should be good now. I should be good now. I don't know, man. I got a quiet group today. I'm back now. Good. Jack says I'm back. I'm back. Excellent. Where's everybody from? I'm just going to type in the chat. Chicago, in the Windy City. And if anybody's here, I know there's some people from the group from Mindset Skool that are in here. Just let me know that you're still here, because I can't necessarily see everyone who's in here. Actually, I can. I can see people who are in here. Sort of. Hank, I haven't seen you in a while, man. You've been kind of quiet. You've been quiet. Although I came across one of your podcasts the other day, I was like, oh yeah, because I'm subscribed to your channel. I hope my streaming is not being stupid. So I'm noticing that. Connection lost. I must have had an internet problem. We are having thunderstorms. It's beautiful here. It's beautiful here. Jumpstart, Coach Gym, Las Vegas, where I got married. Guys, I'm leaving for Mexico in. My son used to say this, and we use it all the time now, because he used to, when he was small, he would do it like a countdown, and he would go to his grandmother's house, and he would love going there because they would obviously spoil the hell out of him and take him everywhere and give him whatever he wanted and let him eat as much candy as possible. But he would be like, 3 more sleeps to Gigi's, and we do that all the time now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more sleeps until Mexico. So you're welcome. You can keep that for yourself. 3 more sleeps until whatever you have to do that you're looking forward to. All right, let's check the board here. We've run out. We're a little slow here, guys. We got off to a blazing start with 1 upgrade and 2 brand new members, 1, and then I had a churn. So technically we got 2 brand new members, and there's the about page. So we were at 227, but then I lost somebody because they left. They canceled. And that will happen. And that's okay. So to reiterate, we're in Mindset Skool. I have a 7-day free trial. You'll see it right here on your page. It'll say start 7-day free trial. And it ends tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time, 1 hour before the live workshop starts. I'm doing the how I built this whole thing, and I'm going to give you some cool assets to take away. I created a prompt to build this copy right here, which is the about page copy. And then I'm going to give you all of these slides, these templates in Canva. And to show you that that already exists, I'm just going to go right into here. Here's the workshop, how I built Mindset School. So you have the about page slides, the classroom slides, which are these things right here that I make, these little templates that in Canva, all you got to do is just swap out your photo and you can just use mine. So it makes it really easy for you to do that. And then the about page slides on the beginning, on the front, these ones right here, which I made in Canva. And all you got to do is just change the text, screenshots of people in your group who are winning. We have the got their first sale club. So, all these folks have sold something, their first sale inside of Mindset School. And then I have a little bit about me, like, why should you listen to this dude, Brian? And then this is something that I made for them to join. And then I have my video, like I have, and you can follow this format, which is short to the point. It's really like, why should you? It's kind of like the final push, and the order here is intentional. So when people come to this page, right here, this is the first thing that they see. So I showed you inside of Mindset School that the number one roadblock was overthinking. So obviously overthinking has to be on here. So it's here and then it's here again. Mindset School is where overthinking ends. Like I've literally said it twice. And if you come here from an ad or YouTube, like I talk about this all the time, like a lot of my ads say overthinking in them. And then obviously we want to build a business. Like we got to solve this problem so that you can do this. Think about that for your own group. And this is something that we teach you how to do. And then this copy right here is, these first two lines are really critical, right? Where fear, doubt, and analysis paralysis die. I'm not going to repeat overthinking again because it's already right here. So that you can finally launch your first online offer, open your first community, and make your first sale. And that's happening inside this group I just showed you without having to buy 100 more courses. And here's what you get. Here's everything that you get. Here's the bonus. What are people doing inside? And then here's the CTA, like start your trial now, in which you would go right here and start your 7-day free trial. So that's how we build this. And this is all you need. You don't have to have a website. You don't need CRMs. You can literally make content on YouTube or anywhere and give people this link right here. Skool.com, your school page /about. And that's where they go. And then you have all the goods on here that I'm going to give you on Saturday if you come and join as an annual member, and drive people to this page and let it convert. And I'm going to share with you, let's take a look here. I still work my 9 to 5 and build this business afterwards. It's all about commitment. 1,000,000%. You either want it or you don't. You either want it or you don't. The rest is just, I'm a no nonsense kind of guy. The rest of it is just hot air. Period. Jeff, me too. James, question for you. Do you do anything? How do you get people to your group? You got 100 members in 5 weeks. How are you getting people to the group? I know the answer, but I want everyone else to hear it. Or I should say, what's the number one way that you get people to your group? I realize that everyone has to type. Who's going to be number 227, which would technically be 228? All right, guys, pay close attention to this. I post videos to my YouTube channel and promote my Skool community. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you can open up a Skool community, everyone in here? Now, you don't have to. There's a lot of people that are starting Skool communities in my groups, plural, because it's the path. It's an easy path. It's $9 per month to get the hobby plan, right? So it's a very low, that you take the money thing off the table. I teach you how to do it. My group is insanely inexpensive, and you get a one-to-one call with me, and we do a monthly call. So it's kind of a no-brainer. And then I'm building a course for you and doing a workshop tomorrow where I'm going to show you how to do this. And you really don't have any excuses. It's just come up with the idea, open the thing up, and start telling people about it. And if you go into Skool, that's literally what they tell you to do. They literally tell you to do that. Invite people to your Skool community that you know. And if you don't have an email list, that's okay. You have a phone and you have tons of contacts in your phone. So a lot of us in here, a lot of the people that I work with, they're not kids, right? We're not 20, we're not 30, we're older. My audience, the demographic is 45, typically 45 plus. Here's a comment from Jumpstart, Coach Jim. Is growing fast. It's a blessing to watch someone follow the advice and why. It really is. Like I get emotional about that. And I'm not sounding corny, but when I saw the 100, because I remember talking about this with you as well when you were around 70 or so. And I think I said the end of August, and then you were maybe August, you were maybe like October or something, or by the end of the year. I was like, you're out of your mind. This is going to happen really fast. And it did. I'm so glad. The YouTube audience that liked my video, they joined. My school is a no-brainer. It's really simple to do. Yeah, it is. And I've noticed that you put the Skool community as a pinned comment. I was watching one of your videos the other day, and you had the Skool group in the pinned, as a pinned comment, which I do that too with my lead magnet, which is the skill to business formula. But guys, if I were going to start over again, knowing everything that I know right now, and I had nothing, like no email list, I had no anything. Business number one, but knowing everything that I know, I would simply just do exactly what Simple is doing, which is I would come up with an idea that I knew that I could potentially monetize, that I knew about. I knew something, like he knows how to do this. Like he just didn't invent this. Like he does this in real life. Something that I know how to do, a problem that I solve for myself. Like I'll give you a perfect example. I was in sales for 25 years. All in all, with my business, I've been in sales for 30 years. I would probably look at starting something on sales, and more specifically, probably cold calling, because it's something that a lot of people are afraid to do, don't know how to do, but need to do for their job, or maybe they want to do it for other people, or they just want to get better at it, or they're looking to do real estate deals. That's what I did. That's how I built my real estate business. Is I got really good cold calling sellers. I could build a community around cold calling sellers. I know I could. And get really, really specific, like call number one for real estate investors. I could even get more specific. And then I would just start making videos, and I would start driving people to the group. And I could do free with paid stuff inside, or I could do free that I have an offer inside that I just tell people about when I do calls with them. It's like, hey, if you want more help with this, or I would ask them what they wanted. Like, what do you need? Like I give them the basic. Step one would probably be like a script. So if they were stuck, I would give them a script that I would use for call number one. I'd give that away for free. Maybe some rules, maybe like a quick cheat sheet, like really quick and dirty. Remember the rules. Make it easy for them to get, make it easy for them to consume, and give them a win in 15 minutes. So I can give someone a script that has worked for me and made me a lot of money in real estate. And I just said like, hey, this thing bought me 14 houses in 18 months and I made X number of dollars. Like here it is. Here's the exact script that I used. People would join the group. and I would just make YouTube videos about I mean, I kind of did that already when I was when I was still in the real estate business. I was doing a lot on TikTok. So that's what I would do. And I know that I could light that up, but I also know that it's a distraction. My only regret about school is I didn't start early. How many people say that after they start? It's like, I wish I would have started earlier. Me too. I did start early. I started really early. I started doing this stuff when I was in my 30s, and yeah, from 30 to 44 was the timeline of the 26 side hustles. Yeah, pretty painful. So I just didn't get out of my way early enough. I would now we should probably set a new goal for you, which would be you have what do we got? December, October, you got 4 months. I mean, you'll probably be at 500 by the end of the month. No, maybe at the end of the year, you'll probably be at 400. The reality of that too is if you hit one video that gets, tens of thousands of views, you'll get that from one video. If your link's there, like all those people will join your Skool community. So like you're one viral video away from having a viral video. Are you saying that I'm frozen? Or you're just still here? Thank you, sir. Comment on the screen. From zero to business. No algorithm punishing you like social media. Got to run. See, look, got to run and do more videos for my YouTube channel. If you want to learn about options, simple option trading, go follow him. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. And I'm okay if you leave here. I really am. Because I want my members to win more than me. I really do. All right, who's going to be next? Who's on the fence about joining but can't make up their mind? Increasingly glad I joined Mindset Skool as this call goes on. Well, I've done my job. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that, Jack. This is great. How do we get, who's on the fence? Who's here? Who hasn't joined that's here and who's thinking about it? I think everyone has. Free trial, guys. Free trial ends tomorrow at 8 a.m. Central Time. So if I come back on tomorrow, I'm either going to do it super early or I'll do it after the workshop is over with. Which I'm excited about this one. I've been excited about all of them. So let me just show you what's inside Mindset Skool, inside the classroom. We'll go back into the classroom again. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this, about the flow here. And I realize that I'm giving some of the workshop away, but I'm totally fine with that. This right here is an annual only course. So I'm an admin, so you can't see this. Actually, let me just, no, because then I can't get in. So I did this workshop right here, which was a YouTube workshop that I went behind. This is the one that sparked the rest of these ones. So I had some great success with YouTube, right? And you can see here, if I blow this up, this was, I don't know what this was here, but I added 11,000 subscribers in the last 90 days. This is from April 17th to July 15th. And I did a workshop to show people how my channel grew. And it was really from a handful of videos, in particular, one video that I did really well. And I broke it down and I did a 2-hour live workshop. People were allowed to ask questions. I didn't do any PowerPoint slides. I did no pitching. Like in my workshops, there's no pitching, none. I don't say, hey, you got to buy this next thing. It's like, this is the thing. And people loved the small group vibe, that they were able to stop me and ask questions. I showed them how I got monetized, what that looked like. I gave them a blueprint that they could follow to create videos using my formula that worked really well. And then I put the replay, I charged $50 for this. I made $1,500 from this workshop that I did. And before I made the workshop, I went to my audience, my email list, and I said, hey, would you want this? And I had like 40 people say yes. And I did it. I launched it. I said, all right, I'm doing it. And I had a great turnout. And then the replay is available. So this replay is available inside of Mindset School if you're an annual member. So if you're an annual member, if you join as an annual member, you get this, you get all of this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. You get this right here. You don't get the 6 series one. That's an upsell. You get this and you get this. So the only things you don't get would be the 6 series and then the Freedom Builder bundle. But this right here is the 6 series workshop that I did, which is start to finish how I built my business as it exists now. So YouTube plus Facebook ads, right? And I give you some assets. So I redid this. Also, funny story, when I did this workshop live, I forgot to hit record. So it didn't record and I panicked. And then after about 10, 15 minutes, I said, I'll just do it again. That's a lesson learned. And I fixed it. So you are going to make mistakes in business. You're going to make errors. It's going to happen. Really, it's going to happen. And I will make more errors. Number 2 is how I do my lead magnets. I've been talking to you about. So lead magnets, email list. And then I give you the lead magnet cheat sheet. And then I walk through my entire funnel. How my rules for landing pages, like everything that I do, walk through the whole thing behind the scenes, like no gatekeeping whatsoever. Then I did sales. I didn't want sales, emails and DMs, how I write emails, how I write DMs, how I use emails to sell and how I sell without selling. Like how I get people to ask me, tell me about the mastermind. How do I get more calls with you? And then I give you some assets. And then the next one is tomorrow, how I built Mindset School. It's not even in here yet. The 6th one will be how I built this entire thing. So after I get back from vacation, I'm going to put a workshop together where I walk through exactly how I put this whole thing together so that you can have it. And this is what's available tomorrow, workshop number 5 here. So it will live right in here and build your school, plus the new course that I'm putting together. So here's the registration link. Here's the replay where it'll live, and then build your school course, which is coming in September. All you have to do is join as an annual member, and you will get all of that. And I promise you, it will be the best $60 you've ever spent in your entire life. And you'll spend that this weekend. That won't give you an opportunity to build a business. You have that workshop tomorrow. Yep. Step-by-step info coming via that workshop. Not the guru pitch fest. I'm too tired for that. Too old for the pitch fest. It's too exhausting. I promise you, I do not pitch here's what I will do. Here's what I do is I say, if you want additional help with this, I did this on the YouTube workshop. I said, if you guys want additional help with this, I don't know what it'll look like yet. Text me, and I gave them my phone number. And a few people texted me, and one of them joined the mastermind, which you'll hear me talk about. I used to sell for big names that charge $1,000 for less than info than Brian delivers. Ooh. I should probably charge more, which I am, everyone. I'm charging more for Mindset School. The mastermind's going up. Mindset School's going up. So right now it's $9 a month or $60 a year. It's going up to $17 per month on September the 1st, which is still ridiculously inexpensive for what other people are charging. Is there something that, if you're in here and you're not a member, how can I help you move forward? What do I need to do? What do we need to do to help you move forward? Looking at my posts here. Here's my other group. This is my mastermind group. And very similar setup. I just don't really promote this group. Most of the members that come into my mastermind come through Mindset School. And a lot of the members are in Mindset School. So I got a lot of posts that I gotta work through here. I got to get on that. All right, but we're talking about MS here, Mindset School. So who is going to be next? It's been quiet. I'm live. See, everybody's this is the link. So I put the I'm live link in here. I should probably pin this. Let me do that. Let's see. Let's take down James's. Let's take down this post. Okay. So I'll unpin. This is how I kind of work things. I finally took my welcome post off. So I'm live. I'm going to pin this to the top. So hopefully the members inside will see and come, and we'll get more people. I've been saying that since you joined. You should charge more. I'm listening. And look, for all of those that when I first opened the group, I was thinking about doing either a free or a paid version. I'm going to stop sharing here for a minute. I was thinking about doing either free or $5 a month. That was my thinking when I came up with Mindset School. I said, all right, I've got this idea. I think it'll work. But one of the common excuses that people had was money, right? So I said, all right, I'll make it $5. I'll make it $45 a year, which was just crazy, ridiculous. And still people wouldn't join. And I knew that would be the case because people just can't get out of their own way, right? They just can't. They seriously can't get out of their own way. And there's a fear of actually committing to something and actually showing up. And a lot of people have that fear as well, which is a whole nother lesson. But I intentionally made it $5 because I thought of a number that just people would there's no way, like everyone's got $5. I'm taking money off the table. So I'm creating a group about overthinking, analysis paralysis. Hey, I don't have money. I don't have time. I don't know what idea, like all the excuses. Like this is basically Mindset School is a drop your excuses book, group, drop your excuses group. And one of them is money. So I just said, I'm taking the money objection off the table. I'm taking it off so that you now have to face what's really blocking you. You want to start a business, but there's something that's blocking you. And inside of this group, I'm going to help you fix it, or I'm going to help you move past it. Like we don't necessarily ever fix our fears. We just learn to move forward in spite of them. We do it anyways because we realize that we're not going to die. Like one of the things that you hear me say all the time is nobody died making a YouTube video, okay, or building a school community. You all think that the worst possible case scenario is going to happen, and it's not. It's going to be worse if you don't do anything. That's the worst case scenario, is you not doing anything and then spending the next 20 years in misery, and then you're on your deathbed and the words out of your mouth are going to be like, I wish I would have done that thing. And I've painted that picture a lot for people. I've done that on calls. It's like, what do you want to say? If you have that moment where your life doesn't end in an instant and you have some time left and you're on your deathbed, like what are the words that are coming out of your mouth? What do you want to say? What do you want to be true? Sometimes it gets people to act and sometimes it doesn't. But I think about that all the time. At the end of my life, what are the words that I want coming out of my mouth? And that motivates me big time. I don't want to say stuff like, I wish I would have done that thing, or I wish I would have traveled more. I wish I would have spent more time with my family, right? Or I wish I would have, taken my shot. I wish I wouldn't have been so scared of, making content, which I'm not. You can't shut me up now. I mean, obviously, I've been on here for 2 hours talking. Which, by the way, we talked about this in our mastermind call yesterday. It's everyone. I've never met anyone that has gone on a call with me that has said, I can't wait to make content. I can't wait. It's so exciting. I love the sound of my voice. I'm not camera shy. Like, I'm just so ready to do that. Like, everyone feels that way. Nobody likes the sound of their voice. Nobody wants to just jump out of bed and make content in the morning. At first, we all have those roadblocks and those barriers. You get over it. Like I said, nobody ever died making a YouTube video. You're going to be okay. In the chat, in the chat, has anybody shared the live? Has anybody shared it with somebody? Has that occurred? That would be very helpful if somebody shared the live. Invited somebody to get in here. Like, hey, you need Mindset School. Like, this is your group. It's only $9 or $60 a year. Oh, and Brian has a free trial. Oh, and he's opening up his calendar to after he gets back from vacation. So that even if you take the free trial and leave, I'll still do the call with you. Which I can't believe how nice I am. Because I don't want you to leave. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing a call for free on a free trial? Because I want you to stay. That's why. And I want to prove myself to you that I know what I'm doing and that I can help you. If you're willing to be helped, I can help you. If you're not willing to be helped, then there's no hope for you with me. I love that Jim keeps telling me to charge more. So share the live. We got to get people in here. I'm not anywhere near 300. And this is a learning lesson for me. Like if I'm self-critiquing here, I would probably think that I should have planned this better. So I've been on here for 2 hours. Again, 2 members have joined, 1 has upgraded. If I'm looking at like what my time is worth, it's probably not the best use of my time dollar for dollar, but I'm still happy about the result. And I get reps in, and now I have this evergreen piece of content that I can make into other stuff, right? This is all being recorded. This will be put on the YouTube channel. I can make shorter videos out of it. Like I can take the best parts of it. Like there's a lot that can be done with this. This isn't just a one-time thing. So that's a pro. I could have planned better. I could have promoted this better. Like I literally just woke up this morning and said, hey, how about if I do this, right? And then I just kind of pieced it together and I just did it. I went for it. And that's the way I do a lot of my stuff is I have an idea. I try not to overthink it. And I get a little bit of validation, which I got a little bit this morning, and then from the group, and then from my mastermind call, our morning call on Friday. And then I just decided to do it. And here I am. But I could have planned and promoted better to get more people here. I did send an email to my list. I would say that not having an agenda, I could probably have a better agenda, like a better flow. Oh, you already get it. Jeff, you already get it. You don't have to go to annual. You're in the mastermind. You get all this stuff for free. Sorry. So Jeff, what you're going to do is you go into the mastermind group and go into the calendar. Go into the calendar on the blue group, W2 Prison Break Nation, and hit the workshop number 5 and just register and you'll be there. You get all this stuff for free. Mastermind members get it all. But how do I go from monthly to annual? For anyone else who's in here who is on monthly and wants to go to annual, you simply just go into your settings. I'll show you how to do it. I'll do a screen share. But seriously, Jeff, you don't have to do it. You get it. Screen share. Come on. So what you would do, this is so whether you're on laptop or mobile, so this is desktop, you just go to your name up here and then you go into settings. Let me think about this before I hit this. Settings and then communities. And then you would just go into Mindset School and click settings. So I'll go into another group that I'm in, which is course, because if I do this, it's going to show like the metrics. But if I go in here, just pretend this says Mindset School. It'll just talk about your membership. And then you upgrade to annual. If you're on a trial, there would say something here that would say bypass your trial. And then you would click that, and then you would upgrade to annual, and then that course would be unlocked. So that's how you do it, okay? For those of you who are wondering, how do I upgrade to annual? Which there's several people on trial that have, thank you, shared the live stream. You're the best. That tells the algorithm that I'm important. You guys are probably being shown ads too, which sorry about that, but share in a post. Maybe I should put this on my socials. Put this on an Instagram story. Let's do that. Let me get the link. And I'll just do a not overthinking story. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to school. You guys can't see this, but I'm going to grab the link for Mindset Skool at the top, invite people, copy. What should I say in my story? I'll do a video. I guarantee you my mom will show up for this. 100% my mom will show up for this. This will be good. All right, so let's do a story. I'll just record it. I can't believe the Cowboys traded Micah Parsons, by the way. It's pretty wild. No, that's not what I want. Okay. I want everyone to see my desk. All right, here we go. I'm doing a 3-hour live session on YouTube. We're pushing Mindset Skool to 300 members. Click the link and join us. I'll be on for another hour. All right. What do you guys think of that? So then I'll just put the link into my story. Join me live. There we go. Posted. How's that for not overthinking? I'll tell you when it's live, and then we'll see how short amount of time it takes for my mom to be in here. She seriously will come. Taking action, getting results. Although she doesn't know how to work YouTube, so that'll be pretty funny. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. All right, it's live now. So the story is live. We'll see who jumps in here. I don't know why I didn't do that before. So that was my other thing. Share to Instagram stories. I'm writing all this down. Share to IG stories. These are the lessons learned through all of this. Somebody signed up. I think somebody upgraded. Did somebody upgrade to annual? Somebody upgraded to annual. The cash register went off. Who wants to does somebody want to say that what they did? I don't think somebody joined. I think somebody moved to annual. Whoever did that thing, well, I know who did it, but I don't want to call people out unless they want me to. I've had a couple of people upgrade. All right, I'm looking here now. Just even in the last, they're still on. Yeah, they were on a 9. Trial has been bypassed. Okay, so that's good. Who just who just made the cash register go off? I love that sound. That was really smart of them. My mom is already. No, she wasn't the first one. She must be busy. Who did it? Are you gonna speak up? Just so you, so something that I also wanted to share with you, which I really, really love, is I have, and I won't show you that. I'm just going to protect the names, but inside of I share my affiliate link inside of the school community for the $9 plan for both plans, right? Like I encourage people to start their own school groups, and so far, let me count it. Since they came up with a hobby plan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19 people have opened up school communities. And a few have canceled. So over 25 people have at least taken, or close to 30 actually, if you look at the canceled. So close to 30 people have actually started. Some people canceled, some people pivoted, but I'm really happy about that. So it's just the easiest way to take action. Like I'm thinking about either doing a workshop or a video, just a YouTube video where I literally build out a school community from scratch based on an idea that I have and set the whole thing up and start inviting members. I don't know if I'd be able to do that. I don't know if I'd be able to do that on a YouTube video, but I would want to like do a case study in terms of how long it got me to get it, how long it took me to get X number of members in. And I wouldn't use conventional methods. Like I wouldn't use my email list. This is something I've been just kind of thinking about just to show how not difficult it is. It's not that it's not difficult. It's just like when you get out of your own way and you execute on it, it becomes pretty simple. Like if you look at James, like simple options, he left to go make YouTube videos. It's like make YouTube videos, get people tell people about the group. Like that's all you got to do. You open up the thing, you open up the group, you have the offer, and you just tell people about it. You know, when it comes to my business, it's all I think about. It's all I think about. Like this is me getting attention. This is me telling people about my stuff. And it's the number one thing that I think about. And I'm always thinking about how do I get in front of more people? How do I get more known? That is always going to be your biggest challenge in business is not people don't know who you are. Like you could have a great idea, a wonderful idea. A lot of you have just tremendous ideas and you're open for business, but the real big problem is that not enough people know who you are and you got to solve that problem. And I literally obsess over it. And that's why I'm so active inside the group. That's why I'm so active, writing emails. That's why I'm so active on YouTube and making videos and on social media. And why I run ads. I run paid ads because that covers like I can only be in so many places at the same time. So that's why I run ads. And I'm looking at my next round of ads because my current ads are starting to get a little tired. Ad fatigue is real. They've been running for a couple of months now. So they're starting to slow down. They really do. Jack says, please do. So Jack's a yes for the do it live. One of the other things I thought about was just doing it, not telling anybody about it, and then documenting the case study afterwards. But I could also, I think there's more value in doing it as I go than just doing it without anybody knowing and then sharing the results. I'm not sure which is better. I think that there would be more value with showing what I'm actually doing, like each like giving me an update twice a week. Like here's what's happening in the new school community in my test group. My only concern there is bandwidth. Like I just don't want to take on. I'm just very careful with taking on too many things because one of the things that we talk about a lot in the groups is trying not to spread, is doing less, doing more of fewer things as you go, as you go, make it so you forget less. Yeah. I love this little put your what two starting times are likely tomorrow. So the workshop, Jack, is from 9 to 11 Central Time. That is definitely happening. Me being live is either going to be before that or after that. Like if I do the workshop from 9 to 11, then I might, depending on what I got going on for the rest of the day, I might take an hour or two to take another crack at this, just to push to the final. What I'll do here now before the end of the day is I'll send out another email and I'll say the clock is ticking. I'll send out 2 more. I've already sent 2 emails to the list today. I sent one at 8 a.m. I sent one at 1 p.m. with this live, and I'll send one probably tonight, and I'll send one tomorrow morning. Last chance, like the final, like that. I'm literally taking out the free trial right now or within the next hour, something like that. And I'll send that out. And usually that's when everybody jumps in. So tonight and tomorrow morning is when people will start to act. Happens every time. People wait till the last minute to do everything. And then I'll do another email probably on Sunday, although I hate sending out emails on Sunday, where the price is going to go up. And the last time I did a price increase, I had a bunch of people join the group, a bunch of people, because they wanted to lock in the $5. Again, people wait till the last minute. When I do these workshops, I'll do so, and this is something that I'll share in Mindset Skool as well, or it's in Mindset Skool. I'll do no less than probably 7 to 9 emails to my list. And then I'll post about it in the group. I'll post about it in Mindset Skool. I'll post about it in the mastermind gets everything. They get everything for free because, they're paying $2,000 to be in there. But the Mindset Skool, I remind them, and then I'll hit my list multiple times. And without fail, people will sign up 1 hour before. Like they will wait. And the majority of people are signing up the closer it gets to the starting time. There's very few people, Jack, who are like you. Thanks. Who actually give themselves some time to do it. I shouldn't say very few. It's just most people are waiting. I don't know what it is. I'm not trying to figure it out. It's just the way it is. And if you want to play the game of business, you got to play that game, which is reminding to the point where you think people are going to unsubscribe from your list, and they will. Every time I send out an email, I lose subscribers. People unsubscribe. It doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. As long as it's not, if I send out an email to 6,500 people and 100 people unsubscribe and only 10 people click, then I might start thinking about what I'm saying in my emails. But usually it's more people click than they unsubscribe. So if I give a link to something, more people will click on the link than they'll unsubscribe. And again, that's where kind of the fear of rejection can come in, like the fear of being judged. Like if I send out this email, people are going to unsubscribe, and I'm like, good, let them. They weren't going to buy from me anyways. Seriously, you know how many people are on my email list that will never buy from me, or are just fake emails? Like they'll use like a version of my name and some fake email to get the thing. I don't even know what people are doing. It's just like, why are you and then, or they'll just get on my list to email me and pitch me something. Happens all the time. I get pitched so much, which I appreciate that. I'm okay with that. Who's here from Instagram? Did anybody join from the Instagram? Oh my God, I put the wrong link in there. All right, this is another one. I put the wrong link in there. So now I have to redo it. That's so funny. I put the link to my school group in there. So I have to do it. Wrong link. Do you guys think that's funny? So on my Instagram live, there's a reason nobody came because I put the wrong link in there. I put the link to my school about page in there. Whoops. Yeah. So again, I forgot to hit record. So I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to do another story. All right. So the last link was not to the live, it was to my about page. So we're still live. This is the link to the actual YouTube live. Come join us. See? Incredible. The correct link. Come on. Everyone gets to see what my office looks like now. Something I do. Yeah. So I'm going to leave both stories up there. Will you automatically have my email address from my school profile? Yes, I will. I will have it. However, you will not be on my email list unless you opt in, if that makes sense. School collects email addresses, but you have to opt into my email list to get my emails. So don't worry, tomorrow, multiple times, go into the school group, Jack, and I will just remind everyone like, hey, we're starting. Here's you just got to register for the workshop. Which, have you done that? So register for the workshop, and then add it to your calendar. That'll be the best thing that you can do. Thanks, will do. All right, we're flaming out a little bit here. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go refill my water. Let's take a pause. So I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to go get my water. So I'll be back, and you guys will get to see what's behind Brian. What's behind me? It's my chair and my hat. I'll be back in like 2 minutes. I'm back. Jim, why are you saying nothing? I needed water. And then my wife updated. She's like, have fun with your friends. She wanted to know how many people signed up. So I was giving her the update. Let's see if anybody signed up. No. So let's do a screen share. Let's get serious here. Share screen, Mindset School. No, those are the members. I gotta stop doing that. All right, we're back in. We're on the About page. Well, we can do that anywhere. So I can just go inside. What do you guys want to see? Can I show you anything inside the group? See here. So I'll just walk you through the calendar. So the calendar is here. We got tomorrow. Now this is to buy the replays. And this is something that I'll teach you is one of the things that you'll be challenged with is like, what do I create? And I got to create all this new stuff all the time. Is I've created this workshop right here, this YouTube workshop. I sold it just as the workshop itself for $50 to come separately. And then I sold it as a replay inside of Mindset School for anybody who's an annual member. So it just got people to upgrade from 5 to 45. So get them to commit. So I sold this twice. And then I did it again in the 6 series live workshops right here, which is I just created the 6 because I thought about the 5. Like I think, okay, let me walk through the entire business. And I was like, I'll do them all in August. And then when I get back from vacation, I'll do the bonus. I'll do the 6th one, which is a bonus. And I sold this for $250. And I sold several of them. I don't know how many I sold. I have to look. I think it was like 6 or 7. And then I had this, and then I did then I sold the replays. So this is what this is. This is the replays. So you can come to these live if you bought the $250, and it also came with a call. So for $250, you got this, all these workshops live, plus a one-to-one call with me. And the reason that I added the one-to-one call is that that's what everybody wants. People want one-to-one calls. Nothing behind you, joking. My chair is behind me. I was replying to your IG story. I saw that. You found me. You found me on Instagram. So yeah, going back to here. Then this is a replay. So this is $97 in the classroom. And I did a birthday sale because it was my son's birthday and he was starting high school. I sold this for $50 and a bunch of people joined and bought this. So I made it conditional, meaning, and I took a bit of a risk here, but I said, you can get all these workshops, and I sent it to my email list multiple times during the birthday sale. I wore it out. I probably sent like 9 emails during the birthday sale. And I said, you can get the workshops if you become a member of Mindset School as an annual member and you buy the workshop. So that was 60 plus 50, so 110. And a bunch of people jumped in on this. So I've sold, and now I'm selling just this workshop, How I Built Mindset School, if you join as an annual member. So that's a third way. So I've created this once, I've sold it 3 times. I created the workshop, the YouTube workshop, and I sold it twice. So you can, and then when all of this is done, like when I finish all these workshops, I'll probably put something together outside of school. I just don't know what that looks like yet. My point being is that you can think of multiple ways to sell stuff. Create it once, sell it multiple ways. Make sense? I'm committed to go 3 hours total, and I might go longer. I'd like to get one more. I'd like to get one more member to join. That's what I would love. One more member to join. We're at 226, 227, plus I think we got 2 upgrades. Somebody upgraded, or 2 people upgraded at least. So that's pretty good, right? Would you take that? If you went live for 2.5 hours, would you make that trade? And you could say no. Now let me just let me clarify that my back end offers, I have a 4-figure offer, multiple 4-figure offers on the back end, and I also have offers inside the group that I can sell as well. So would you make that trade? 2.5 hours of your time doing this on the front end. Like, you kind of think of it as an ad. Like if I run an ad that costs me, my ads, would you guys like to see my ad account? Is anyone interested in seeing my ad account? I can kind of demonstrate this on how I think through this. I'm not going to show it if nobody wants to see it. And that's also okay. Jim's got a thought. Someone joins the annual, and if they want to start a small biz and earn even $200 per month for a year, that's $2,400 built from a $60 investment into themselves. That math makes a lot of sense to me. And you can definitely earn $200 a month on Skool. Easily. I know. $60 really, it's becoming a super awesome deal. Even with a 1-to-1, and you get a 1-to-1 call. Like, I think I get the best offer on Skool. I really do, in terms of like bang for the buck. Like, no one else is doing what I do. I might have to have my head examined, which is why I'm raising the prices on everything. Like, I doubled the price on the mastermind, and it's gonna happen again. I'm gonna up the price in the mastermind big time, because people are winning, people are getting results, and I've earned the right to do it. And people keep telling me, like, when people say you're not charging enough, and I'll tell you the same. When people don't balk at the price, it's like you immediately raise it. Yes, on the ad account. Lovely. All right, so I'll walk through. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm going to show you my current ad account and the ads that I'm running. Total in the last couple of years, not holding anything back, I've spent about $25,000 on ads. All right. So some of that was through an agency, and largely it's all been through me. Like, I've done a lot of stuff. So let's go maximum on this ad that I'm running, this campaign, which is right here. I'll make this bigger. Hopefully this looks okay on, yeah, I'll try to show as much as I can here. So here's the 2 that I'm running. I have, and I run my ads with date first, then what I'm doing. So I have a Mindset Skool cold ad. This goes to a cold audience. And then I have a retargeting ad. And as you can see here, maximum 58 purchases from this ad campaign. It is by far the best campaign I've run in terms of purchases to a cold audience. And here's the funny part. I did it all myself. I didn't need some guru ad agency to tell me what to do. And this is the least amount of targeting that I've ever done in terms of like trying to dial in the targeting, right? Best I've seen in the year or so I've been on Skool. Wow. Awesome. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. The way my sons eat, they can kill $16 eating pizza. I know, like, we're going to spend that on dinner tonight easily. I still eat like that too. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. So here's the campaign. Like, the fatigue is happening, and I'll show you why. But here's the way I look at that. I look at this. So I'm not going to tell you what my one-to-one coaching offer is, but it's a lot. Like to work with me one-to-one is multiple four figures, and people buy that. But my mastermind is 2,000, and it was 1,000. Now it's 2,000. It's going to be going to 3 soon, maybe even higher than that. I might do 4. I'm not really sure, but it's going to go up because the value there is just massive for what you get. So this is what I look at. Like, I don't really care about any of this other stuff. I care about this. How much does it cost me to get somebody, to get a customer, right? I'm buying clients here, and total campaign is $55. So it's costing me $55 to get a customer, and I have a $2,000 offer. Would you make that trade? Put in the comments, yes or no. If you knew you had something to sell, 2,000, would you make that trade? And I only got to sell 2 people, and this is a winner just on the mastermind. Now, return on ad spend is what I look at as well, which is for every dollar I spend, I'm making 30 cents. So it's a loser on the front end. It's a loser on the front end. This is not one for one. This is largely because I have it was a $5 group, and then it was a $9 group. On the retargeting ad, and if you don't know what a retargeting ad, it simply means that for every person who goes to this page right here, they visit this page and they don't buy, Facebook shows them another ad and retargets them. And my ad says something like, hey, I saw you were at Mindset School. You didn't join. Here's the last ditch effort. Here's another push. I've only gotten 2 sales, but I got 2 sales. I'll take it. And the ROAS is higher than here. It's costing me more to get a client because I've spent more. That's the whole deal. Let me see if there's any comments coming in, so I'll make sure I don't miss them. Okay. This other stuff doesn't really concern me as much in terms of like CP, like cost per click. These ads are getting shown 2.3 times per account. Per this is total, right? But if I go last 7 days, it'll look different. The click-through rate is 4.5% maximum. Pretty good. So the ads are getting clicked, which means the ads are good. And I ran 3 different ads, and I'll show them to you. And here's how I did the targeting. The only thing I basically gave the reins to Facebook, and I said, and I've showed this many times, but I'll show it again because you guys haven't seen it. So let's go into the targeting as I build this out. Right now I'm spending $40 a day. I was spending $80 a day. I've dialed it back because the ads are losing, and I don't want to turn this off until I create new ads. That's my thought process. So broad tier, ages 35 to 55 plus, all genders, right? So I don't do any other targeting. I have countries: Australia, Canada, United Kingdom, New Zealand, United States, South Africa. I got that from YouTube. Those are the top countries that opt in, that watch my videos. So that's what I'm telling Facebook. I have the ages right here, 35 to 65 plus. I have no other targeting. I'm basically telling Facebook, go find the audience. And that's why it's performing the best. All the other agencies that I work with, the ad gurus, they were like, you got to do this lookalike audience and upload your email list and do these interests and all this. And it's like, this has outperformed all of that, and it's not even close. So then I have the ads themselves. So let me go back here. Let me make sure that there's no questions here. Would I make that trade? Heck yes. Heck yes, all day long. And this is just going to go up. Like, the cost per customer has gone up. It was in the 30s, then it jumped to the 40s. Like, as the audiences get colder and colder, it gets harder for people to buy. And this is why I have to create new ads, is because the fatigue is starting to get there. Like, people, like, I've worn this out, but it's still bringing in people. Like, let's see what it did the last 7 days or this week. So let's go to this week. 7 purchases, pretty good. And then here are the per purchase: 54, $20 for this one, $20 for this one. That's pretty good. I'm getting a client for $20 on a cartoon ad. It's an overthinking cartoon. Shocker that I made an ad about overthinking. And then you see an about page that talks about overthinking. People love this ad. This does really, really well. Now, here's the mistake that I made that I would not make again, which is I said I said that the group's $5, and some people call me out on it, but not everyone. This has been my best performing ad, is me walking down the street, the walking down the street reel, which some of you may have seen, but it's basically me crossing a busy street in the town, in one of the towns that in a nearby town, and I'm talking about Mindset School. Like, if I can record an ad in a busy street, you can start a business. And this one has done very, very well. Lots of comments, lots of shares, and lots of purchases. But this thing is really starting to slow down. Like the last 30 days, $72 per purchase, 161 versus all time. So the cost is going up. So it's set the last 30 days, it's $70 per purchase. So now it's costing me $70 to get a client, which is pretty high. It's getting higher. I'm still happy with that trade because I have a $2,000 product, but I got to make better ads. I got to make new ads. Any questions on this before I click off? And why this works so well? Like, I'm on the front end, I'm losing, but I've already made up for it on the back end because of the mastermind and because of because this just counts front end. So this ROAS of 0.28 cents or 0.28 only counts the $5 or the $9. If the person stays for 2 years, it doesn't count that. It's just counting front end purchases. And then what it also doesn't count is all the stuff that they might buy inside the group. Like if they upgrade to annual, or if they buy the workshops, or if they hire me as their one-to-one coach, like all that stuff isn't tracked in here. So that's my ad account. Retargeting is a thing of beauty. Posted the live stream on my X feed. Thank you. Thank you. Retargeting is a thing of beauty when running ads. It really is. And the cool thing about retargeting is that it's a very, very small audience. So it might be a couple thousand people that see it, and they can see it over and over. And again, you're just reminding people like, hey, I'm here. And they see it enough. And it's like, all right, I'm tired of this Brian guy showing up. He must be, you just remind people. Not everyone's going to buy right away. Like, a lot of people buy off that cold ad. So like, if I were going to start my school community, I would, without question, run ads to it. I would have a budget to at least. So here's how I would set this up. I would set up now on the $9 plan, you unfortunately cannot set up what's referred to as a data set or a pixel, which basically allows Facebook to track the data, like who's going to the page, who's buying. That stuff is huge, because if Jack signs up, they're going to go find more people like Jack because he's purchased. They're going to be like, all right, Jack's into this stuff. I'm going to go find more people like him. Like that's what they do. You have to have the $99 plan on Facebook to be able to get that information. You can still run ads. You just can't connect the data set. And Facebook is really good at finding people who sign up for school communities, which is why I was able to, thanks for reminding me, believers, Brett, awesome. Guys are sharing on their X. This is tremendous. Super grateful. Thank you. But you can retarget on Facebook. You can retarget on Google. Like if you have a YouTube channel, you can run retargeting ads, which I just started. I just started getting that set up, but that's going to be my next test, is to run retargeting ads to the Google, to anyone who's viewed my YouTube videos. Sorry. And my retargeting ads could be better. So next go around, I'm thinking of how I'm going to do my ad campaigns. That's what I'm thinking about. And when I go to Mexico, I'm going to take some time to really think about that. And I might even shoot the ads in Mexico because the backdrop's really good, right? Like there's, you got the beach, you got golf courses. I'll be in a good thinking space, and I can create some good stuff, and it'll be, nice and warm out because I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to the weather. I live in Chicago. It's getting cold here. It's dropped into the 70s. All right, what do we got? What do we got for members? Who has signed up? Who has joined? Who has ended their trial, who has bypassed their trial and signed up, and you know what I mean. Shared on my X. Thank you, Believers Breakfast. 61-day streak for Believers Breakfast on his videos. Bravo. I don't think I have a 61-day streak on posting. I really don't. I don't know if I have one. I have a 30-day live streak on TikTok. I feel like I've missed a day. I used to post every day on TikTok, but I don't post there anymore. Sorry. So back to ads. I was talking about that. If I were on the $9 plan, the hobby plan, you could still run what's referred to as an awareness ad or an engagement ad, a very low cost ad to get in front of 1,000 people. And you could create, like you could use one of your well-performing posts, videos. I would recommend a video, and have that audience build up in the background and create what's referred to as, and I'll show you this. I'll show you how to do this. Let's go to it here. I'm not on any other social media other than X. Let's go back to my ad account. So here we have, that upsets me. So if I go to audiences, now you have to connect your Facebook page and your Instagram page to this, but you can see here I have Mindset Skool. Anybody who has visited the page over the last 180 days, anyone who's purchased it over the last 180 days, and you have all these audiences. See here, I have all this stupid stuff like lookalike audiences and all these different things that. Now I created lookalike audiences based on people that visited my Instagram profile. Here's people that visited my school page. So here it is, IG engagement. So anyone that who's engaged with my Instagram account over the last 90 days. Now this used to be like 20, 30,000 because I was very active on Instagram. But you can basically create this audience right here. Anyone who is engaged with your account in a certain period of time. It could be up to 180 days. It could be 365 days. And then you can run a retargeting ad to anyone who has done that. So when you're ready to run ads, you can just say, show my ad for my school community to these people. Now you won't have the pixel setup, which will be you'll be at a little bit of a disadvantage. To me, I'd upgrade to the $99 if it were me, because that data is really good. Like if I look at the other thing that I'll show you is the events manager. So let's go to the events manager in Facebook. And this just shows you the activity. And you would want to set this up from day one if you're doing a school group. Share screen, events manager. So this is the events manager. This tells you, so this is this one here, School Pixel number 2. This is Mindset Skool. So this just shows you, you have two things here. You have page views and you have purchases, right? And this is what Facebook is tracking. Purchases, page views. And this just tells you each and every day how many people are visiting the page, right? Like, let's see, today, 91 people visited, or on August 27th, 91 people visited the page. 123 on this day. I don't know what happened on August the 12th. A lot of the times these are either when some of my YouTube videos do well, or I send out an email and a lot of people click and go through. I can use some custom events. Let's see. Let's take a look at if I have a different date here, because I want to show you what happens when website, if I can do different dates. I haven't, oh, here, sorry, up at the top. So let's do custom. I want to show you what happened when my video, oh, come on. Can I not go beyond that? That's today. It doesn't allow me to go beyond that. Okay, so I can't do it unless there's a history here. I've never tried to look at this before. No. I wanted to see if it would show me what it looked like when I had the YouTube video go off, because I literally doubled the amount of people that came to the About page. I usually get about 400 to 500 people, somewhere around 500 to 550 per week that visit the About page of Mindset School. And anywhere between 2 and 4% convert. And that's normal across most paid groups, 2 to 4%, which is also high for a paid product. So school converts very, very well. For free groups, the average free community, the About page converts at 20%. So if 100 people visit your About page for your free group, as long as it's halfway decent, you got good copy on there and good text, then, or, good images and good text, 20 people will sign up. Some groups convert like close to 40%. Free groups. Paid is always going to be like less than 4%. It's just the way it is. So you got to have a lot of traffic going to the group, to the page. And when I was talking about lead gen and marketing earlier, like that is the thing. Like, how can I get more eyeballs on that page and for them to keep going there? So I just think about it's in all of my YouTube descriptions. I'm running ads to it every single day, like the billboard, the lights are on 365, 24/7. It never stops. I send emails and I share stuff on my Instagram stories, right? So there's a lot of different ways that I'm telling people about it. And the ad campaign has worked. I mean, you saw I've got about 56 people that have signed up. Now, I will tell you that the stickiest members come from YouTube. Now, it's not to say that I haven't had people found me on an ad that haven't joined the mastermind, because they have. But the stickiest members come from YouTube because they're spending more time with me. Like they're watching a 20-minute, 30-minute video. Maybe they're watching 2 or 3 videos and they stay. But really what makes people stick is, I think, the one-to-one call. I really believe that's what makes them stay. Is I get on a call with them and I help them. It's like, all right, I'm gonna hang out here. Like this is a good spot. And then they come around and they see other people who are saying the same thing as them. Oh yeah, that analysis paralysis thing. Me too. One other thing I wanted to show you guys. Jim's asking a question. Did you notice any change when you increased your price point earlier this summer? I did. Actually, my conversion rate went up. Well, when I did so there's 2 parts to this. I announced a price increase towards the end of the month, and I had a lot of people jump in because I was just hammering with the emails, like just reminding them. And then earlier this summer, yeah. So I had an increase in conversions because of the scarcity. Like that's real. Like the urgency. Like this price is going away forever. So a lot of people jumped in there. My conversion never jumped above 4%, but it was close to 4%. It's been as low as 1.8, which is on the low end. It just really sometimes it just varies week to week, and how active I am. So, or how good my emails are, how good my content is. But this last month, it's been kind of dragging. Like the conversions have been slow. Again, I think it's a back to school thing and people are just not as active. When I flipped the trial on, when I just didn't even tell anybody about it, I just flipped it on, the conversion started to go up. And now I think I'm at, let's take a look here. Where am I at with conversions for the last 7 days? 4.13. That's probably the highest it's ever been. So 18 signups. I've had 436 visitors the last 7 days, which is low. It's about 100 fewer visitors than I normally get. because again, my views are down on YouTube and I reduced my ad spend. 18 signups, 4.13. So the trial has helped. Now I have 15 trials in progress. I got to convert those 15 trials. So when you do a free trial, I hope that answers your question, Jim. The one-to-one call is huge. Yeah. That's also what I found to be the thing that was lacking when I was doing all these calls was it's just nice to talk to somebody. So if I can give you guys some takeaways of like if you're taking notes or if you're looking at a couple of like hacks that work really well. Number one, if you are building an email list, throw the automation tool out the window from day one. And the only thing that should be automated should be the delivery of the thing. Like if you're doing a lead magnet, that is the only automated email I want you to have. So many people in the beginning, when they're building their email list, they write like these email sequences. Don't do it. Please don't do it. People don't read them. So to have a delivery email, right? Don't put them through an automation. Like I don't want to be put through an automated automation. I don't read them. Do you read them? Do you read the automations? Probably not. That's you're asking for unsubscribe. I write one email that, and this has been very effective for me, and I wish more people would do it. And I got this from someone who actually won the school games and has 2,500 members and charges like $99 per month. Does very well, very, very well known on Skool. Her name's Evelyn Weiss. And it's called the Everything I Do email. And in that email, I tell you everything I do. I deliver the lead magnet and I'm like, well, I got you here. You guys have probably all seen this because you're on my email list, most of you, but I tell you everything that I have. Mindset Skool, the mastermind, my YouTube channel, the Skill to Business Accelerator, like the things that I offer. I get it right out of the way. And then I give you the lead magnet. And then 6 hours later, I send a reminder email. Hey, did you get the thing? Oh, also, by the way, that offer I made you, it's still on the table. I remind them. And then every other email from there, I send out my own. I don't do any automations because people don't read them. And if you do an automation, you're going to change it anyway because your business is going to change. So why are you spending all this time doing an automation for people that don't exist, that aren't even on your email list? It's such a great opportunity to interact with them and reply back. Like, but my intro email and my 6-hour email is, I want you to reply back. Let me know that you got the thing. Tell me what your favorite movie is. Like, I'm just trying to engage some way, somehow. Tell me about your ideas. And people tell me, people respond to me. That's another way to build trust. And I respond to all the emails, every single one of them. Sometimes it takes me a couple days, but I do it. And then I do the one-to-one call. And I offer the one-to-one call for a very low price. Like I used to have a $7 product that I changed to $17. Total cart value can get up to like 80 on that, but I do a one-to-one call. And people come to those calls and they're like, they help me. I help them. They're like, man, nobody does this. I'm like, you're right. That's why I do it. And that's what I found people wanted. They wanted the one-to-one call, which is why all of my paid offers include a one-to-one call. All of them. Because that's what people wanted. So there's a lot of value in finding out what your audience wants versus building something for them and just trying to shove it down their throat. My people told me, I like these calls. I had people tell me when I was doing the one-to-one calls inside of Mindset Skool, they said, how do I just get a few more calls with you if I have any questions? This has been really helpful. And I said, I really don't sell one-off calls. I have a one-to-one coaching program. And then I would talk to them about it and they would say, well, that's really not in the budget for me right now. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't have anything. And I'm like, I don't really do one call. Then somebody else said it. And I said, I'm putting an offer together. And I put an offer together, a 3-call package. I put my best course in there that I don't sell separately. And I put a couple other things into it. I put an offer together and guess what? People bought it. Why did they buy it? Because they said they wanted it. It's how I do everything. And I'm not saying it's easy, but it's so much easier to make sales when people are saying, hey, do you have this thing that I need, that I want? No, but I'll make it for you. Can you show me how you grew your YouTube channel by 10,000 subscribers? Yeah, I'll do a workshop. Shocking. This works. Doesn't have to be hard, guys. But you can't get to that point if you don't have an audience, which is why I would want you to build an audience. Again, I would open up a Skool community. I would start making content. I would drive people to the free community. I would have conversations with them like they were all paying me. I would find out what their pain points are, what they needed, what they wanted, and then I would make the thing for them. And I would charge them money for it. It truly can be that simple if you can just get out of your head and you can stop saying, well, I don't have any skills. I don't have anything to offer. Well, I don't have time. Well, I don't have money. Well, I can't stop overthinking. Well, I don't know what the best business would be. Like, none of that stuff matters. Like, you just do that. Just do that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your retirement business. You don't have to build a 50,000 per month business. Just go out and see if it works. And if it does work, great. And if it doesn't work, then come up with a different idea and do it again. But I guarantee you it'll probably work. Like, you'll make money. I mean, Jim had said, can you realistically build something that makes you $200 per month based on something that you know how to do? If you were somewhat relentless in your effort, like if you just didn't stop, you gave yourself a long period of time, like I'm letting go of the $10,000 per month in 90 days and having to have it now, right now. And would I be willing to bring a group of people together that had common interests, that wanted help with something? Would I be willing to bring that together and find out what they wanted and serve them and show up for them daily, even if it's for a little bit? I know you got jobs. I know you got stuff that you got going on, but just show up for them every single day for a long period of time. Is it reasonable to think that you would have something there, that you'd be able to build something out of that you'd be able to make money off of that? Yes, maybe. Yes, so, maybe so. I would say that I'm going to get off here in a few minutes, guys, because it's Friday and I'm going to not work. But I've been on here for 3 hours and 8 minutes, the longest live I've ever done. I think I made 4 sales. Pretty happy about that. Not bad for just winging it, putting it together, right? And I've got all this practice. I've got all this content that I can reuse. I got new members. I got people that see the value in this. So that's good. Yes, of course. And I learned how to use this thing right here, which is the share button, the show on stream. That's pretty awesome. We'll see what the final result is here. I also got just an absolute ton of watch hours. Like, this will be a lot of watch time for the channel, which I'm not 100% sure what that's going to do for me, but there'll be a lot of watch hours. Because this counts towards watch time. All right, any final thoughts in the chat before I shut it down for the day and get mentally prepared for tomorrow? Okay, so we've got My math is bad, but we've got we've got a little over, what are we at? Four. So what is that? 4, 8, 12. What's that? 16 hours? Is that right? We got about 16 hours before the free trial goes away. Like seriously, if you haven't signed up for the free trial yet, what are you doing? What are you doing? Do I need to put the link in there again? Is that it? Do I have to put the link back in? All right, this is the last opportunity on this particular live to join Mindset School. Great time for me. Jeff's still here. Are you building out your school community? Yeah, I look forward to it. You have a great weekend too. And thanks to those who stuck with me the whole time. Jeff, it sounds like you've been here the whole time and commented and shared your experiences. It makes me feel good. It does. It makes me want to continue doing this. So this is what it's all about. So I appreciate all of you. Probably will be on again live tomorrow. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe there'll be some folks that are hanging around YouTube. Maybe Sunday as well. Okay, everyone. Thanks, Jack. I appreciate that. Thanks for joining. One final note to everyone who joined. I will open up my calendar for when I return. So you're not going to see really much happening on my calendar because I'm leaving. You might see some time for Tuesday if you decide to go book, but I'll open up for after when I get back for the 8th. All right. And if I somehow forget between now and then, remind me. All right. It's 4 Central on the nose. It's a good time as any to stop. All right. Thank you. I really appreciate it. To all who joined, to all who stayed, to all who participated. Good way to start the weekend. Thanks again. See ya.